Alright guys, hope you're all doing well and welcome back to some Total War. Today we do have a Swiss tournament, going to be 4 rounds of regulation followed up by a semi-final and a grand final. And I'm going to be playing Warriors of Chaos. It should be fun. There's a map, one of the new maps. So also we're showcasing 3 new maps which were made by Hitman Hippo. Excuse me. Oh god, I'm choking. Etiquette, I'm too weak. One of which is called something about the Everchosen. So I had to play Warriors of Chaos today so we could play the Everchosen on that map. Alright, should be good. Are we going to see some Hellebron? Maybe from Professor Pone. He is our resident Dark Elf player here today. And let's get this lobby up and invite our opponent here. Let's find him. Alright, alright. So there they are. Sounds good. My opponent has a lobby. I will join theirs. And yeah, it's going to be good. How you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. A little bit rusty in the old Warhammer. All right, there it is, bear. We are on the Lustrian Narrows, I believe is the name of this map. Are the Hippo maps aquatic? That would make sense. Oh my god, is it a Warriors of Chaos mirror match? That'd be so funny. Oh, no way. Did we get a walk mirror in the first game? A good thing they're like 2 of the most diverse factions that you could play. Let me go ahead and see here. Prepare for the bear. Are you up? Oh god, classic. Yeah, of course. There's one other Warriors of Chaos player, and we get him in the whole tournament. All right, that should be fun. Well, at least the factions are a little bit different. We're going to bring a different banner, one that's like really stark. So we'll do like a Cornate banner or something like that. That should be fine. All right. Should be good, man. Should be good. Let's get Wookiee Claw there. And what do we bring in a Warriors of Chaos mirror match? That's a tricky one. Not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. Lustrian Narrows, what does this map look like? Okay. Oh, interesting. So there's a fair amount of obscured terrain. Obviously going for a combat-centric character could be fun, like an Archeon. Sigvald might be okay. Valkia is always pretty good. You know, Valkia can get in there and do some work. Village isn't bad. You got choices, man. Bring forth the Wookiee of War. He is. Yeah, the Mirror Guard. The Mirror Guard would be very lore-friendly for a mirror match, that's for sure. That is indeed the case. All right, you know what? Let's try these guys out. Man, that is expensive, though. These guys are pricey as hell, but we're going to try them out and see if it makes a bit of a difference. All right, so the core, I mean, are we going to do hero fighting? Is that going to be the play? Festus could be there with some healing, obviously, which is a little bit Thunderbolts and Lightning, very frightening. I'll keep that, cut this, get that, and then we can get this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is the true way to play this. It's the glorious way, so we're going to see if we can make it work. We're going to see if we can make it work, ladies and gentlemen. All right, all right. What can the Jowie do for you? We're not playing Dwarves today. There is a Chaos Dwarf player in the tournament that I did see, so I know there are some Dwarfs in here hanging out in the old neighborhood. Now, for the infantry choices, what do we want to do? That is the question. Let's try this. I'm gonna try a very strange playstyle and see if we can get some value out of it. Yeah, we're gonna try and make it work here. Okay, get you guys. Oh man, just 25 gold short for real. Feels bad, man. Okay, so that is the start. Now, as far as the core goes. If only the dreaded Rot Knights were a little bit better. I do have them on my list of units that need improvements, of course. Because they really do need some milk. Rot Knights are in a very, very bad spot. Swords of Chaos? Yeah, Swords of Chaos would be pretty sweet. But without healing, it's tricky, you know. Alright, let's call you in reserve. We can go for this, and then just have you have this. Okay. Okay. So that's just like a contingency plan. Aecold in this matchup isn't bad either. He can definitely be very disruptive. Aecold Hellbrass. Let's get the skirmishers, and from here we're going to need some speedy boys. You always want a couple hounds in this matchup. And then on top of that, we can get a couple of these. Yes, and I think that's going to cover that element of the game. Now, basic warriors. I don't know the necessity for a basic warrior. They are cheap at 750. It's certainly not the worst holding piece. Maybe the Great Weapons would be the direction to go to give you a little bit of sweet action. Chaos Knights in this matchup are okay. They can certainly plow over the chaff units pretty well. It's something they can do, but they are expensive. A little bit vulnerable in some ways. Okay, so let's get you two. And what can I afford? Do we want to do Severed Claw? Just thinking out loud. Greetings. Hey, welcome, welcome. Double Soul Grinders. The Warriors of Chaos cannot bring Soul Grinders. Those are on the Demons of Chaos roster. So sadly, those are not going to be in our repertoire of tools here today. But yeah, there we have it. Should be good. Should be good. Warriors of Chaos mirror match. Man, game 1. Was not on my bingo card. All right, I'm ready. This build's pretty wild. I hope it'll work. It's a risky one. It's definitely a risky build, but it could work very well, or it could just get obliterated. Campaign buffs help for the Rot Knights, yeah, if only. If only. All right, so everybody's got their matches. Taking a look at the brackets. Good luck, have fun to my opponent here. It's kind of a, yeah, different take on it. Different take on the matchup. We got some great players playing today. We got some of the top dogs duking it out, which is going to be fun. Of course, we have the GOAT of all GOATs, Professor Pone, playing, so there's no way that he can lose this tournament. He's never lost one before, obviously. Let's get the screen blocker out of here. Farewell, Wookiee Claw. We'll see you on the next round. Bring Harry the Hammer. If my opponent wasn't undead, I would. Or if he was undead, I would consider it. Yeah. You did. You did, Devin. Right at the start, my friend. Warriors of Chaos in round 1 versus Warriors of Chaos. So just your everyday happening in the Chaos Wastes. You know, it's kind of how it goes down. I've never played this map before. This is a brand new map. Oh shit, this is like an It's a map. Okay, I read it backwards. I thought it was like a home objective map. So mobility would be pretty good. Infantry swarming here would actually be very meta because of the ability to pressure all 3 objectives. Okay, so this is kind of like a Lustrian Itza. That's fun. So we went with a pretty wild build. We went with a mass Marauder Horsemaster build, so very elite skirmishers. Okay, so the Vanguard point doesn't go quite that far. And we also brought a Hell Cannon, so we're going to be bombarding our opponent. Having a little bit of fun with that. Okay, so then we got Archie here. Archeon is going to be there. Now, you might be wondering, you know, how is Archie going to be surviving being sniped or focus fired? We did bring some healing for him, so we're going to get you guys in the trees. Man, the ambushing potential in this map is pretty wild. Like, you can pop out of the trees and be very, very sneaky. Yeah, no mirror guard to the mirror match. I figured we have enough mirrors, so we don't need more of that. But, yeah, we're going to see if we can pop out of the trees here. All right, let's move you guys up there. Let's move you guys up here. And get the Horsemasters up and up. We should be able to win the skirmish game. And, you know, the Everchosen, whoever has the Everchosen should win. I mean, I have the main character of Chaos, right? All right. So the Horsemasters are going to go try and grab these objectives. We do have our peasants rolling up to grab those. I have a Nurgle caster in reserve, just in case. And are these going to be throwing axes? No, they're Horsemasters also. Wow. Okay. And we have the pretty meta. Looks like it's going to be a Nurgle character there. So that's no surprises. So we're going to try and get our clutches on this. And then from now, we can call out some Chaos Warriors and get them to start waddling up here to really kind of control that. And Archeon, the Everchad, can go push. Okay, it is the Nurgle Exalted Hero Core. Yeah, exactly what we were expecting. Granted, I don't know if I adequately prepared for it. That's for damn sure. But let's get you guys up on this point. Get you guys skirmishing here. Poking this character. Archeon can come over there as well. And yeah, these characters are going to be... They can definitely... Oh, they're just regular Exalted Heroes. Oh, that makes it way easier. That makes it way, way easier to deal with. That's for damn sure. Okay, I'm very happy about that. So we got enemy skirmishers coming out, and we do get a little bit of poke of our own. Yeah, we can kite those guys. Let's get Archie over there to go help here. Looking good so far, though. Very happy to get these 2 objectives out of the gates. A couple cheap Marauders going to come, and then we just call in Chaos Knights. So these are Marauder Horsemasters. Archeon can go back. Let's park you guys right here on the objective. Do a little bit of this, pull back, and good. So that should be good. And we have the Hell Cannon advantage, so we should be able to shoot that in. Let's drop the boom on him, and we just got to make sure nothing sneaky gets back there. And that, what is that going to be, a Rancid? Yeah, thankfully I have the Nurgle character in reserve, so yeah, we should be okay about that. So we managed to keep those guys off. Archeon pulls back, and now we can call in our Nurgle Sorcerer. He's just going to come and cast a Fleshy on Archeon when we need him to. Hell Cannon's doing great. Skirmishing is going good on both sides. Chaos Chads have arrived. Let's pull you guys back again. So just a little bit of sweaty micro, which is good. And now the Hounds are going to go for our Hell Cannon, obviously, which is fine. We can use some Hounds of our own to defend it. We have this Nurgle Sorcerer coming, so my opponent really just trying to snipe me here. Okay, yeah, we got this objective. Exalted Heroes are there. Let's pull Archie back here to help deal with those. Side objective is going to belong to us for now, and we do get some decent focus fire on those trolls, but let's just pull back here, and continue kiting these characters. All right, so now we're going to do a fleshy on Archaon, and he's going to come and fight these exalted heroes. And our hounds stand at the ready to defend this beast. All right, how are we looking there? Looking okay. Hell Cannon's still shooting away. And a lot of infantry are on the way up, but Archaon is going to chase these guys down. We can drop a little Spirit Leech on this one and do this and have you guys attack there. And outstanding. All right, so back up we go. So let's get him back up to the main engagement. We have the triple cap right now, which is great. And it looks like there's going to be some armored Chaos Trolls coming up here. So we're going to go ahead and get some throwing axes right there. Get Archaon here to go battle these exalted characters. And the hounds have chased them off. And the Nurgle character can come back and help too. All right, so all is well in the realm, I would say. Everything's pretty calm. The hound units have done their thing. Hell Cannon's still shooting away, and we can get the other dudes to do their thing here. Archaon is bashing one of the exalted heroes, and we can summon out another hound unit if he decides to emerge from the bushes here. Yeah, we'll have to see how he decides to play it. All right, let's come here, here, and here. And now there's going to be another hound unit coming out, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and do that and have you guys jump on these and have the Nurgle character get here. Archaon's kicking the butt of this character. All right, let's charge, charge. And we can go ahead and drop a Spirit Leech right there. That's a pretty heavy dive to try and get me there. Okay, let's get the throwing weapons right there. Get the Chaos Warriors charging. And on the other side, how are we looking? Yeah, it's just one armored Chaos Troll, which we should be able to actually surround. Soul of Damnation's probably going to die, but if we can get some value out of it, then, you know, that's a big win for us. One of the armored trolls is getting taken to Pound Town pretty damn hard. We're going to need some trolls of our own up on that top side here. And Archaon and company, yeah, we were able to rout off the hounds, which is no surprise. Archie needs to keep bashing this this Chaos Sorcerer here, or Warrior. Okay, back you go, back you go. So those trolls got taken to Pound Town, and let's call in some armored trolls of our own over here now. So they're going to move up. Do this and this, and good. We got rid of the trolls. Let's do this. Have you Chaos Warriors get in there and help out. And we just kite back, kite back. All right, so Archaon was able to beat down this this Exalted Hero, which is outstanding. And these trolls on this side, they are slowly losing the fight, it looks like. We're getting good kiting here, and we do manage to get some of those mobility pieces. Archaon has successfully killed this character, and can we actually get back on this Hell Cannon? Oh my god, we can. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, so we can start going after the Marauders. Let's get these armored trolls to move up, do their thing, and you pull back, and let's get these Chaos Warriors to go into them. Now we can kind of consider making a play for the middle. The Soul of Damnation actually stabilized after all that, which is pretty nuts. Let's get some mobility, see if there's anything we can chase down out here. Archie's going to go to the middle objective. Kind of in danger of losing that outside one. I think we're just straight up going to. He's got a lot of stuff over there, so we're just going to make a play for the middle and call these armored Chaos Trolls over to the middle as well. All right. So they're holding, and the Soul of Damnation is still blasting away, and we do have our Nurgle Sorcerer there. So trying to snipe Archaon is actually not a good idea at this point, in my opinion. What are these, Marauders? Marauders with great weapons. Sure, we can just go after them. Let's call some trolls in, and he's very, very heavily invested in that side, so we're just going to switch to the other one here. And these are Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Oh, interesting. Okay, so those are actually like good quality units, so let's get some trolls on them. All right, let's get our throwing weapons on these bad boys. Archaon is going to beat down this Nurgle Sorcerer pretty hard in a straight fight, but now he's going to get attacked. We do have the Hellstriders, so let's get the Hellstriders around the top, and our Nurgle caster needs to come over and start getting ready to heal up Archie. We can surround... Oh, those are armored Chaos Trolls? Okay, yeah, so those are the armored ones. We got to be very careful about that. Okay, so our trolls have rear charged the Chaos Warriors. They're doing pretty good. Let's come down here, charge these guys. We have a little bit of time since we're so far ahead on the objectives. Let's go ahead and get this this guy and have him maybe get that character. We'll have to see. The Soul of Damnation was able to shoot for a long time, though, so overall, you know, reasonably happy about that. All right, so we rear charge you. Keep kiting back these Chaos Warriors. Let's get you guys going here. And we have our Fleshy Abundance on Archie, which is going to be outstanding. Archie's going to get in on those trolls. Soul of Damnation's probably going to fall now. It is what it is, though. You know, it had a good run. It had a good old jolly run. So over this way we go. Value, we are up on value. The Everchosen is being an absolute Chad. He did get a Fleshy Abundance, and he was able to break those trolls because Archie is a very scary man. He's literally the Apocalypse incarnate. So, yeah, we should be fine. Let's keep calling this way. It is an end times party. There ain't no party like an end times party. That's right. So I wonder what we call in next. We could just get a Bile Troll in the middle. I think that's going to be the way to do it. And yeah, he's charging me with Chaos Hounds here. I'm happy to take that fight with Hellstriders. Archaon keeps going. We just save up for another Fleshy Abundance. We're going to get Archie on with that. Should be able to get that Sorcerer there. Let's get these Marauders over, and looking great. So now we have the Horsemen. We could just use them for mobility's sake. And do we have enough to get... Oh my god, we actually can get back on that Soul of Damnation. That's pretty savage. That's got to feel pretty bad for my opponent. He's been trying to get that. So now we basically just have like Haggard Light Cavalry These are Chaos Warriors of Khorne, which are going to be a little bit hard to deal with. Yeah, they are indeed. And what we can do with our light cab is we can start surrounding trolls, right? So we just charge the trolls here. We run under with you. Archaon could get a burning head if we had the mana, but sadly we do not. We do have our Nurgle caster in there too, so we're going to get behind these trolls. We're going to go ahead and attack you as well, and then we're going to surround you, which will probably break the trolls down. We have our trolls over here. Let's get on these marauders, and you guys can come back in. Just get your throwing axes on them. Great. So you can see how we can like surround these individual troll units, which is pretty good. We're pulling ahead on value. My opponent going for a back pressure, which is not a bad idea. But we're going to go ahead and respond to that. What is it going to be? A Marauder Grey Open? Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So let's get you guys up at the point. Do this. Move you guys up to the middle here. Archaon is just absolute terrorizing these units. So what happens when you bring the lame meta Nurgle Sorcerer versus the Chad Lord of the End Times. Alright, so let's start blasting away at these halberds. Let's get these trolls here, and we have hounds and hounds who are... This map is so freaking big. You gotta... It's so easy to forget you have units laying around. Alright, so let's do a burning head right there. That's gonna be a money one. That is for sure. Let's get you in here, and these horse masters, we have those healthy Nurgle warriors. Or excuse me, Khorne warriors, but we're gonna try and get them. Let's get you and you. And just to be safe, let's get a Hellstrider and have them come up and over the top, and we can prepare a charge for that. The Hell Cannon is actually putting a lot of hurt down on these units, which is great. The middle, I think, is going to be a pretty resounding victory for us. Let's charge into those hounds here. The halberds coming in are a little bit problematic for us. That's for sure. But if we just get some Bile Trolls on them, maybe. Yeah, although we do have his Lord surrounded. Maybe just going for like a kill on the Lord is going to be a prudent idea. All right, so the Hell Cannon is doing great work. Let's go ahead and charge those Marauder Horsemen here. And now we've gotten around the back, so let's go ahead here, get the rear charge, and good. So that should be fine. Alright, so the Hound units have emerged. Where do we want to go with them? I think we can maybe even threaten stealing that side. Let's get these trolls here, and these Chaos Warriors are just, you know, they're hanging in there. We are going after his Lord, which is almost healing capped. Halberds are coming in numbers. So maybe we just do a bit of a rotate around here. I don't know. Yeah, Archaon is doing his thing. That's good. Let's pop Slayer of Kings. So we're going to go here, Slayer of Kings. He might be able to get the kill on the Sorcerer, especially if we charge him with trolls. And how are you guys looking? All right, let's get you guys over here and park there. Looks like we've completely done our thing here, so let's pull you guys in. And right on, yeah. So we can target that Sorcerer here. On the far side, let's get some throwing axes and have them just start throwing at these Marauders. And we can unsummon you, because we need to do a little bit of unsummoning right now. We have a lot of units on the field, right? A lot of units, yeah. And what are these? These are Swords of Chaos? Ooh, that's going to be actually very dodgy. Okay, so Archaon almost got the kill, but he didn't quite get there. We have some beat-up halberds, so sure, we can go for them. Trolls are still fighting the Chaos Warriors. We do have that objective. Is it a Helm's Deep situation yet? Not quite, but hopefully soon. So let's get you guys rotating that way. Archaon, we do have Spirit Leeches on the table if we want to. Let's see if we can pull back this way, sacrifice some horsemen to let Archaon escape. Our Nurgle caster, we don't really... I mean, Archaon's basically healing capped right now, so... Yeah, he's done his thing. All right, so throwing axes, just work on this bad boy. And what do we have to call in? You see, this is the problem with not efficient, efficiently unsummoning, is you can run out of things to summon and potentially lose that way. All right, let's pull over here. We have our Hellstriders. Let's get them to continue securing this. Unsummon you. Now Archaon's going to come, and we're going to try and use our mobility to steal the side objective, because my opponent's army is a little bit more stagnant here. Swords of Chaos are doing great. Yeah, looks like they're doing pretty respectable damage against me here. But Archie has arrived, and we got the trolls on those Marauders. Let's get you guys here. Archaon can charge here, can charge here. Let's get you guys, and then call in some mobility here. So we're just going to spend what we have. Okay, the mobility comes up, and then we need to start stealing that point. All right, so we break those trolls, and I can just start Spirit Leeching these halberds down, which I think is going to be smart. We have a fair amount of stopping power over here, but he might be able to get that side objective from me. So let's get you up here. Yep, we broke that point. Archaon able to break those guys. And it is going to be a Helm's Deep, so my opponent's going to have to get all three objectives, which I'm pretty sure we can win, because it's going to take them a moment to get this, right? It's going to take them a hot moment, whereas the Lord of the Chad Times is going to be able to do some work here. Dragon Ogres, oh, interesting. Okay, so Dragon Ogres aren't bad. They're not bad at all, but we do have the cap weight here, and they're going to be no match for Archaon, that's for sure. He should be able to get it done here. All right, so we got 1 and 2. Let's unsummon you guys. Get these trolls over here, and we're just going to kind of hunker down on this far side objective. That's not to say we're not going to play other objectives. We still will, try and play the middle. But, yeah, we're holding this point for a while. We could even reinforce it with some speedy cap weight if we want to. But I think just, like, slow pushing middle here is gonna potentially be good too. All right, so what do we got? We got armored trolls here, so let's get our trolls bashing those marauders there. And on this side, Archeon is such an anchor piece, right? He's just getting in there. He's doing great work. Spirit Leech, you guys, just get the throwing axes to work on the dragon ogres. Great, and pull you back in there. A lot of marauders coming in, but they're just gonna bounce off Archeon. And my opponent still hasn't gotten the outside point yet. That Hell Cannon, dude, these Chaos Dwarves, they're stalwart people, but let's unsummon that now because it's out of ammunition. Unless we wanted to like send some of those guys in. All right, we're gonna charge you guys real quick. And Archie was able to break those trolls. Looking pretty good. Let's pull you guys back in. And what are these gonna be, just warriors? Okay, they're just gonna be basic warriors. Let's get these horsemen moving away here. We did charge the hound units and broke them. We have no mobility to call in. And yeah, we're just gonna have to kind of save at this point. All right, unsummon. And yeah, the unsummoning issue kind of became a little bit scary there. I was getting nervous about that. Are we going to win this fight, actually? I think we are. I mean, we have a burning head, and Archeon is just slaying the sorcerers. That is for damn sure. So we have the 2 warrior units moving to the middle. That's going to give us an opportunity to win off the mid. And on the outside, yeah, I think Archie is slowly winning this fight because all my trolls are immune to psychology, which is super awesome. Okay, the Exalted Hero's running here. We have a unit of armored chaos trolls, which I'm going to chase down. Let's get back this way. A couple marauder horsemen can rotate to the middle. And we also have some Chaos Warriors going there. On the outside here, not a lot of cap weight for my opponent, actually. Just a couple raggedy warriors here. So we're going to just send these units up and go threaten that objective. And yeah, we got it. GG. Archeon, Lord of the End Times. Let's go. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. The build worked pretty well, actually. Archie was a menace. Yeah, 3,700 value. Oh, Archeon is a human. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Obviously a human corrupted by chaos and bestowed upon, with powers of, the chaos gods and all that. But, dude, the Hell Cannon surviving 2,300 value on that bad boy. Oh, yeah, talk dirty, dude. That's great. Marauder Horsemen were good as always. Archie carried. The Nurgle character in the back pocket is clutch because Archeon's one vulnerability is being sniped by magic. So having the Nurgle Sorcerer in the clutch is very good. Yeah, Swords of Chaos did pretty well for my opponent, actually. Yeah, GG, well played. It was a good game. GG, well played. All right, so our Chaos Civil War has concluded. Turin, was that build tailored to counter meta Warriors of Chaos? No, I mean, my idea was that I'll explain the thought process of the build a little bit. I just need to report the score real quick. So sadly, that's not going to bring the Warriors of Chaos win rate up since it's a mirror match, but it is what it is. All right, and that was against Warriors of Chaos. Okay. Hell Cannon was very good, yeah. It was. All right. So the philosophy for the build was Archeon with his mobility is going to be able to, mobility and healing is going to be able to methodically snipe any Warriors of Chaos characters, right? So I was like, if he brings Festus, I can snipe him. If he brings, the Exalted Heroes, I can probably isolate them and then pick them off with Archeon and Spirit Leech. And then I would have the mobile advantage with the 4 Marauder Horsemen. Infantry would be killed by the Hell Cannon, and then we would kind of slowly pick them apart and then try and take the objectives. Everything else is fairly meta, right? Like throwing axes are just good against armor. The Hell Scourges are some of the best fast cap in the game. Very good, super fast. What do they have? Almost 100 speed, so they can counter enemy Marauder Horsemen and Hound play. And the Trolls, yeah, Trolls are just your big, punchy piece in that matchup. Yeah. Any factions banned? Yeah, just Kislev and Wood Elves, I think. I know. He's saying damn Hell Cannon. I was like, yeah, that thing was evil, dude. It was doing some work. Yeah, it was doing some work for sure. All right, so as far as the matchups go, it looks like we have a couple winners so far. My goal today is to go at least 3-1. We're going to see if we can. But yeah, we still have a handful of matches going. That was a reasonably quick one. Reasonably quick. Kolek can actually work in that matchup too. You could do like a Kolek style with this. So how would you do that? With Kolek, you would just bring the Nurgle Sorcerer in your starting army. And then you probably just bring Lord of the Storm. Starcrusher is fun, but you could just cut that. This could be like a Kolek variant of the build if you wanted to. I mean, he can do something similar for sure. And then you just have your Nurgle Sorcerer be your actual caster, and you're just casting Fleshy. You could bring Rancid too if you can find a little bit of money. But yeah, something like that could also work, I think. Yeah, Kislev is still pretty OP. Creative Assemblies, they've done some good balancing with a lot of the factions, but they've really failed to balance Kislev. Kislev is really problematic, at least in Dom mode. I don't know how people feel in Land Battle. Land Battle, I feel like Kislev might not be that bad. But in SFT format, I like to ban overpowered factions. In a pick and ban system where it's like, okay, I'm going to pick this and ban these, and you can contour your picks against Kislev, I don't mind having them in an event. But for SFT, it just overall feels kind of bad. Wow, really? Is it lagging right now? Jeez, we just had our internet fixed too. Hopefully it'll come back there. All right, looks like we're good. That was just a momentary blip. Yeah, we were having internet issues the past couple weeks. We had the service provider come out, and it turns out that there were squirrels nibbling on our cables, and yeah, they were also very loose and old, so they fixed those. Yeah, Wood Elves are really strong. They're very strong. All right, so we got 4 matches done. Outer Region has defeated Hitman Hippo. I won my game, Harrison won, and B6 won. So we're going to have our round 2 matchup here soon. We got some heavy hitters. Let's show you guys what the tournament looks like right now. All right, tail of the tape. We got Hitman versus Outer Region, so 2 top-tier players who are pretty much always top 16 in the world. Myself and Prepare for the Bear, Harrison and Fabrosi, B6 and Scarbrand, Solasora, and Blood Penguin. Blood Penguin is... he hasn't been as active in Dom, but he is one of the best Dom players in the world, and also is a really, really good land battle player too. So he's got both skill sets, and I think that is a really good thing for domination players to practice. Like, if you want to be a top-tier Dom player, I think it's actually good to dip your toes into Conquest and land battle a little bit. It helps you kind of train different elements of your skill set, you know, which I think can make a difference. Navigator and Subutai. So this is Chaos Dwarves versus Tomb Kings here, which is an interesting matchup. I think Tomb Kings might be slightly favored in it, but Chaos Dwarves can win it, especially if you use the double Bull Centaur Taruk. We got Renegade Moose versus Alexander. Alexander, one of our top dwarf players. I don't know what he's playing today. Ash versus Opal Black Bear, and Professor Pone versus the Prussian Prince down here. Yeah. You're camping in the boonies. You love watching Age of Mythology FFAs. Dude, I love Age of Mythology. I'm so hooked on that game right now. It's so fun. All right, so looking at the win rates, yeah, Wood Elves have a 65%. Kislev, like these are the 2 most problematic factions, like balance-wise. Like, that's a really high win rate, right? And then you have Beastmen. Beastmen are pretty good. The reason why they're so busted, though, is because of Centaurs of Tzeentch. I think if you cut Centaurs of... if you balanced Centaurs of Tzeentch, Beastmen would go down to like a 55% win rate, and then they would be totally fine. Every other faction, honestly, like... it's insane. Like, for all the grief we give CA, multiplayer is pretty damn balanced considering there's 23, 24, 25 factions, right? Like, imagine Blizzard trying to balance StarCraft with 25 factions, right? Or Warcraft 3 with 25 factions. You know how much of a shit show that would be? This is actually, like, reasonable. Like, most factions have, like, at least a semblance of a chance against other factions. I mean, but for the most part. We have... these are all looking pretty good. I don't know why Walk is so low. I guess people really like just having the god powers and things like that. That makes sense. Bretonnia is really hard to play in high micro, so I understand them being a bit lower. There's not like an easy mouth-breathing Bretonian build anymore that just like crushes people. You have to work really hard for it. But yeah, Dark Elves, like, I even feel like Dark Elves are fine despite their low win rate, but I don't know. I don't know. Didn't pass my test. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. You'll get it next time. I believe in you. Always fun to see Prussian Prince popping up. Yeah, he's been around forever. He has been around forever. Least popular faction this season. Let's see. So who has the least? I guess I can't sort by least games. Ogre Kingdoms look to be the least popular. Yeah, they're doing all right. 44%. It's not bad. You know, if they just one good SFT and they're back up to a 50% win rate faction. Skaven, the Horned Rat. Skaven with an honorable 50-50. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, I mean, it's not quite 50%. It's like 50 point something, but you guys get the idea. Corn in the middle, Tzeentch. Like, this is great balance right here. This is all good stuff, you know. This is great. All right, let's go back to the front page. It's been we've had a bit of a downtime right now. It's been pretty quiet, you know, overall. It's been a long time since we've gotten an update, right? It's been a long time. Yeah, Serkia sitting at number 1, Scrambled Egg number 2, Alexander number 3. So he's playing today. Charix, Tim, Outer Region, Swarv, Boss Toss. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Look at that. Representing Canada. Ulrich, Catholic, Cond. Berserk, Anime, Maverick, Sloth, and yeah, a couple other players. I think I'm like rank 17 right now. I haven't played in a couple months, but like a month or two. Yeah, Wood Elves are really dominating. Yeah, they're really, really dominating. They are indeed. A lot of tournaments coming up, though. A lot of little small ones here and there if you guys are looking. We have a Conquest tournament going on right now as well. An Advanced Conquest tournament going on a little bit later today. And yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. All sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, Cathay is a hard faction to play. Cathay is very unforgiving. If you make mistakes with them, it's really hard to get back on the board objective-wise. Okay, we just have one game going. Guess whose game it is? It's Subachai's game. Oh, of course. People just need to hear their song again. How'd it go for you, Pone? Did the Prussian Prince get you? Did your Hydra feast, or was it feasted upon? So overall, let's talk about the new map, Lustrian Narrows. I really like it. It's very big. Your units run very far, so they're not going to run off the edge. I like it. Overall, I think it's a great map, and it would be one that I would be happy to mix into my rotation. I think that it has a really, really kind of fun, larger scale Itza vibes. I like the density of trees. I think it's kind of fun for ambushes and can make for some funky builds and initial openings. So overall, I think that map that we just played is very cool. And if you guys have any feedback on it, feel free to leave it in the comments afterwards. So now we're going to be on the Pit of the Ever-Chosen. So let's actually go see what that looks like before we load into the actual game. Now we can load into Domination with AI, so we can actually see Pit of the Ever-Chosen. Okay, so this is... Oh, that looks freaking cool. Okay. Shout out to Hitman Hippo for all these glorious maps. And yeah, let's get you here. Do this. Great. I lost Marathi. Mask couldn't push out a Peasants and got picked right at the start. Ah, it's going to hurt. Any wish list for a new... Honestly... Kislev nerfs, Wood Elf nerfs, you know, for Dom at least. And then just new stuff, you know, really. Whoa, what the hell? What is this? Oh my god, are you guys seeing this map? I can't wait for when we get the Skull Taker. Oh yeah, dude, the Khorne update. Khorne's going to be really strong, I feel, when they get some new stuff. Because they're already kind of like decent right now, sitting around 52% win rate. Yeah, we're going to see what they get. Wow. Are you guys seeing this? Do you actually deploy face to face like this? Oh man, this is fun though. It's different. Is this just like oh man, okay. This is our next map. The Pit of the Ever-Chosen. Holy shit. This is so cool. Oh, so you face off right away. And then where are the objectives? Okay, so you got one right here. You got one back here. Okay, so you have a home objective, which you just put a Vanguard unit on. Dude, the Pit of the Ever-Chosen. Alexander, why you gotta do me dirty like that, man? Okay, I'll fix it. I got you. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right, so I just need to fix, do a little bit of admin work real quick. And, all right, Alexander. So you won, Alexander? Is that what was going on there? Let me know. This map is going to be in the events? Yeah, it is. This is the next map in the next round. This is, I think, I love this. This might be my new favorite map. It's, oh man, it's definitely not fun for gunline armies though, but I guess it forces you to go melee focused. But yeah. It is oh, it's like a giant chaos shrine. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, sounds good, Alexander. Thank you for the heads up. All right, I'm going to log in and fix your score real quick, and then we will go to the next round after that. All right, so where are you at? So let's fix that. All right, all right. Are we logged in here? We should be. Okay. So just loading this. I'm worried about the reinforcement positions, but the start is insane. Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of weird builds we could do here. All right. I mean, man. Even melee Cathay likes to back up. This is such an anti... Well, melee Cathay isn't bad against Chaos, honestly. I think like almost every faction of the game has some sort of tools. Nice. Got to admin a score. Okay. So let's do this and do this. Right on, fix that. And then we need to just go update the other elements of the bracket. Sorry, guys. Had a little bit of adminning going. Cool. So that should fix, and we'll be there in just a moment. Right on, man. The Empire's going to hate that map? Not necessarily, guys. If you're playing Empire, you just go Steam Tank. You know, go Steam Tank, Landship, you know, Boris Todbringer, like more of a melee focus build. Plus, you can also deploy in the back of the pit, and you can just run away. Like, you don't have to engage right away. You can just pull your army back, so it's not like it's over. Yeah, in my 2 cents. Okay, so that is good. So we're going to refresh this. And we're just having to fix... Someone misreported their score, so it's kind of slowing us down here a little bit. Apologies. What is the most ranged artillery focused faction? Oh man, I mean, there's a couple of factions that do it pretty well. That's for sure. Okay, one sec, guys. So this is going to be you going here, and this you going here. All right, almost done. Vampire accounts are excited for that one, but remember the objectives aren't even on that like that middle point, so you have to move for the objectives as well. I think it's going to create a lot of interesting builds. Magic is good. Yeah, magic could be good for sure. Like Siege magic, yeah, it could be pretty nasty there, burning heads. I found out I don't like playing Skaven or being against Skaven. Are you playing in the tournament today, Kyle? Did you suffer the wrath of the horned rat, or are you one of the Skaven slaves who were trampled underfoot? Let me know. If somebody else flees from Gorse, then you get eaten by the Feasters in the Dusk. Yeah, of course. Of course, the most forbidden unit ever, the Feasters in the Dusk. How could we forget them? All right. Cool. So that should fix everything, and then we can advance to the next round here. Dwarves don't necessarily have better artillery than dwarves. Dwarves have bolt throwers and cannons. Like, they're better at different things, right? Like, Chaos Dwarves are better at killing, like, infantry, but regular dwarves are better at killing... you know, enemy artillery, so it really depends on what you're looking at here. Okay, so everybody's done. Let's go ahead and advance the Swiss to the next round. And here we go. Here we go. Bring the Nurgle Shrine. Oh, the true tech. The shrines are just so bad in general, man. All right, so let's get this. And let the goblins know it is time. Okay. I entered score wrong, Ash won. Oh my god. We had 2 people report the score wrong? Well, I'll have to fix it in between rounds. Goblins. Round. Next time DM me if you put the score in wrong. If you just tag me in a random part of the Discord that isn't associated with the business, I might not see it. Round 2 is live. Good luck, have fun. Okay, so everybody should have their opponents. I got my boy Subutai. Uh-oh, Tomb Kings versus Warriors of Chaos. Well, at least the map is favorable for us, I think. I don't know. Tomb Kings are pretty formidable on the rush, though. All right. Okay, so we got Tomb Kings here in this match. So let's get the Tomb Kings ready to go. It's a good thing I looked at that map, by the way. Because if I didn't look at that map, man, the build would be very, very different. Okay. So we got Subutai coming in, and let me see here. All right. Need to fix that, and then we can go ahead and do this. And we can fix that. All right, team. Now, the question is, do I play the meta of the map, or do I play what I would normally play against Warriors of Chaos? Or, excuse me, against these guys. Because, man, oh, man, this is going to be something, all right? That's for damn sure. All right, let's get you guys, and then I think we're going to get a couple of these. Yeah. I think we get you. And as far as the rest of the army goes, need to get you in reserve. This is going to be hilarious, though, guys. I'm very excited for this. Prepare. Khorne Chosen? Oh, against Tomb Kings? No way. They're just going to tar pit you with skeletons. You should, honestly, your cheap infantry get the job done. You don't really need much more than that in this matchup, in my humble opinions. The Swords of Chaos, Archaon Swords of Chaos, just bro charging across the landscape. That's the true power play right there. All right, so we get a couple of these, and all right, looking good. Oh, of course. How could we forget? I almost forgot the true essence of this build. Yes, yes, I love it. This is everything you guys wanted, more or less. I don't know if this is going to be the strongest build in the world, but it'll definitely send a message. All right, so from here we can get some of you guys, and then one of these, which I think is going to be good. Melee, Norska, Mammoths. Yeah. I mean, you can play like budget Norska here, basically, yeah, if you want to. Okay, so we got you guys. Let's get this. I think 3 of those are probably adequate. Let's get a couple of these. Dude, we all forgot about Bellicor too, man. Bellicor could be a fun choice as well. All right, so let's fix this. Yep. And then that's going to be fixing here. All right, so that should fix the score problems that we have in the tournament. What else do we want? You know? What other schemes do we have? Chaos Knights are okay here. There's a lot of things that are pretty good against them, which is stressful. I think we need this. Can probably get away with just 2 of those. And other infantry choices. I really want to bring Chaos Knights. Oh, I want to bring Chaos Knights so bad. Pit of Shades into the Pit of Corn. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the play, right? I don't think any of the big beasties are going to be... Oh, yeah, the Camarine War Sphinx is kind of a thing, isn't it? Yeah, we got to worry about that. The thing's obnoxious. We do have some characters that can fight it, that's for sure. Okay, 3 of those. And then we want to get a little bit more infantry, I think. Forsaken are not bad, but they have such low melee defense. Like, Forsaken in general are kind of an underpowered unit, but I find against Tomb King, sometimes they can find a home. You know, they can slip in there and cause some havoc. Okay. Then, obviously don't need any fancy Marauders. We got 2 of those guys. Oh, I know who we're missing. We're going to have to give up one of the marks of chaos here. Yeah, they're a pretty good choice. All right, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Hopefully he has seen this map. You've seen this map, right? I'm messaging him because I would feel guilty if I just like won because he didn't know what the map looked like. I just shot him a message. I'm like, come on, I can't do my boy dirty like that. That would be bad. Okay. he didn't know what it was like. Oh no. It's a good thing I told him, man. He did not know that this was a map where you're basically touching tips right away. Let's get that. Oh, I actually can squeeze some money out of my build too. Nice. I can get some more units. Yes. I forgot to switch to the map too. Okay, so we have a tiny bit of dough left. What do we want to do with it? I guess just 1 skirmisher just to grab the side points. All right. Honorable turn. I know I should have just been quiet. I should have done the true chaos thing, which would just be to lie and deceive and cheat. But, you know, I couldn't do him too dirty. Hey, from Australia, finally caught one of your live streams. Welcome. Welcome. What time is it for you? Must be a bit of a tricky time of the day, right? Yep. Looks good. And we are ready to fight. We are ready to fight, ladies and gentlemen. Dragon Ogres in this matchup. I wonder how they would be. It's like a tech. They're so expensive though, right? 1650? 1600. Yeah. I mean, against like melee Shopti, I don't see that being like the worst choice in the world. You know what? Maybe slipping one of those in wouldn't be a bad idea. In reserve, maybe a little bit of that. I don't know. Yeah, we got you guys. A little bit light on the infantry game. So let's cut you and get some of these. Okay. And 1 and 2. All right, looks like Subutai is ready. So it begins, the greatest battle of our time. Let's see if our boy can take us down. Just ordered the Chorf Blood Bowl team. It looks really good. Yeah, it looks really good. Blood Bowl's a fun game. If they added Chorfs to Blood Bowl 3, the Blood Bowl 3 launch was so atrocious that it kind of turned me off it, but I've heard that it's improved. If they did add Chorfs to that game, I would consider getting into it. I would start a Chorf team. Oh, yeah. Would you ever do a single faction meme tournament where players can bring whatever they want, no unit caps, but they're stuck with the army the whole tournament? Yeah, you know. Like meme tournaments we've done in the past. I want to do a Legendary Lord tournament, but God, it's such a pain in the butt to organize. It's like you have to wrangle like over 100 people and like coordinate their schedules and all right. Let's get that going. Looks good. Maybe it's time for us to return to Blood Bowl. All right, so here we are on the Pit of the Ever-Chosen. Sigmar has spared our vision this day. So we're going to just obviously run back and hold that objective here. I would wager Subutai has gone like full, like fleeing kind of build, would be my guess. You got the Aspiring Champions because they're really good at grinding and pretty hard to kill, actually. Herald the Hammerstorm, of course, is going to be leading the charge. 1 Armored Chaos Troll, and I'm going to probably regret not having more mobility, but it is what it is. And this unit can just go over there, and he can go grab that side objective. Okay, let's do this and square you guys up more. Yeah, this map is wild. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. This is going to be fun. We have Herald the Hammerstorm. I don't know how good he's going to be, but we'll find out. My opponent only has 9 units, so he should be ready. All right. So let's grab the objectives right away. Let's do this, and here we are. So, oh my God, he's got like Chosen to the Gods there and everything. Let's get in there, do this, do that. Let's get Herald the Hammerstorm over here to help out. The double Big Sphinx, that's certainly scary. All right, let's get you on this objective. Where the hell are our call-in points, by the way? Oh my God, they're off in no man's land. All right, so Herald, oh my God, I accidentally brought Archaon on foot. Oh no, it's Foot Chaon, the Ever-Chosen. Oh, that feels bad. All right, well, Armored Chaos Trolls. Oh, that's a blunder. That's going to hurt bad, because now his big Sphinxes are going to be better against me. Although maybe it'll pay off, I don't know. So it's Foot Archaon, and he's getting it done. We're going to grab that outside objective, call you in. And they are kicking the butt of that big boy right there. Let's get on this, bash down this Necrotex, see if we can get him. And he's taking some damage, that's for sure. The Foot characters aren't doing terribly, actually. Let's call you guys up, and it looks like the Ushapti Greatbow have run away. Let's get another one of these, call you in, get the mobility coming, and yeah, we are. Oh my God, we terror routed the undead. Look, we terror routed them because of the Hammerstorm. Oh, that's so funny. That's so freaking funny. Let's get on that Necrotect right there and call you over here to go start working on Archaon. All right, so let's get you in Group 4 also. We got the outside objective. And yeah, you know, Tomb Kings can definitely do some aggression, right? They can do some narrative. Oh my God, we terror routed his Necrotect. That's so freaking funny, dude. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, so how are we looking? On the back point here, we're chilling out. We have some Hound units we can call out and maybe do a bit of a flank here and get on that Ushapti Greatbow unit. We're moving in after this character. We have the throwing axes coming up to party. And let's get you out of your control group and put you in control group 4 so we can move them a little bit easier. And Herald the Hammerstorm has done it so far. He has been very disruptive. So we can go to our opponent's objective. He hasn't captured it yet. So I don't know where Cetra's going to go. If Cetra goes out there, we need to be watching. All right, let's call you under here. And yeah, the Hammerstorm still feasts to this day. He's still going strong. All right, so Archie and company are going to go here. If Cetra goes that way, we're going to hunt him. And let's get you to go after the Chosen of the Gods. And as far as call-ins go, we can call in a little bit of back pressure on them. Yeah, let's get... Oh my God, we have a spawn point right behind them. Oh wow, that's interesting. So Cetra is fleeing the scene. Let's keep this going. We've chased the Sphinx back. You know what? I'm going to go to his home point, because why the hell not? And Cetra looks like they're going to go over here, but you know, 3 Marauder Horsemen are going to keep Cetra in check. That's for damn sure. We've gotten on top of those. And do we have any more Hound units to call in? We do not, but we have Warriors waddling for the back point. And Cetra is not going to want any piece of that. Probably. I think we can probably kite that back. So the units are grinding here. We get the hounds on top of you guys. Let's keep running that way. And wow, okay, so we can call in literally like a vanguard right behind them here. Okay, that's pretty savage. All right, so the hound units are going to go here, and we'll try and lure them out this way. Let's call in the Hell Scourges. Yeah, get them coming this way. You guys keep running, and Harold the Hammerstorming Company, they've terror routed, so we're going to go to Subutai's home objective. My home objective is undefended, so I need to fortify that. Yeah, I need to fortify that for sure. All right, so let's pull you guys back, and we can start getting you guys going here on the Nehakar Horsemen, and we can get a surround on them as well. Archeon has some Spirit Leeches, so we're going to go ahead and Spirit Leech you and just kind of keep doing it. And yeah, kiting is going reasonably well here. We do get that surround, though, on his backfield, and that's pretty brutal. And now we're going to get his back objective. So Harry the Hammer is doing quite good. We got you guys doing this, kiting these horsemen out. He can do the same thing to me, right? He could steal my back objective, so I'm just going to get some Khorne Marauders down there just to reinforce that. Okay, and yeah, we just crumbled his backfield like really, really hard. Archeon does have the Sword of Morcar. I love terror routing the Tomb Kings. I think it's like the funniest shit ever. It's absolutely hilarious. Giga Chad Cetra is causing havoc for us here, but we are going to get on his point, and yeah, hopefully we can just chill out on that. All right, so let's keep you horsemen kiting back here. Get all of you guys moving up. It looks like there is some Ushabti there, and we completely collapse his backfield. That's going to be what, an Ushabti call-in? All right, so that is going to be the Ushabti, but now we get the Chosen of the Gods. Get these Berserkers getting into you. Let's do this. You guys get back up on the side point here, and it looks like we do have a good cap. If we can get it to be a Helm's Deep situation, that's just going to be so money. And Archeon, the Ever Chad. Let's do a Burning Head right there. It's going to be a good one. Very nice, very nice. And Cetra has failed to get this side point here. So let's unsummon you. Let's get these trolls coming up this way. How's Archeon looking? Looks great. The Ushabti there running, so let's just get away. And we did manage to hold down our side point. All right, so now we can start reinforcing the side points. We're just going to keep our characters pressing this back point for as long as possible. And the Chaos Warriors that we sent like 5 years ago, they've finally arrived. All right, how are the Berserkers doing? Yeah, Berserkers are just going to live on this point. We're going to make that our Helm's Deep point, right? All right, let's get on here. Get on here. The Hellstriders need to keep running. Oh, terror routing undead is my new favorite thing. It's so funny. Oh, look at them. The skeletons are terror routing because of Harry the Hammer. Oh, that's so great. All right, so let's do that. Keep scurrying into the hills with our Hellstriders. You guys can go and hunt down the Chosen of the Gods. He's certainly been having trouble protecting them. And yeah, on this point, we are getting that good bump and grind going. We do have another Burning Head, which we're going to save. I think Archeon and Harry can like solo those units like indefinitely. So that's really good for us. What do we have here? We actually have Cetra kind of caught out a little bit. And this is a colossal Bronzodia mistake here from Subutai. The fact that he's chasing like my shitty light cav with like the massive like killing power of his army is going to cost him the game. All right. So we do get hit with a little bit of nastiness. I don't know why he's chasing there. Okay, he's finally learned. And now we can turn around and attack that. Oh, that's just the Tomb Prince, is it? All right. So yeah, we keep throwing axing down these guys. And we can get our Nurgle Sorcerer out just in case Archie gets a little bit beat up. We're going to start waddling him since he's on foot. We have a rock hard triple cap. We are massively ahead in value. I think we dealt, like, he brought the kind of build I would expect to see, which is like a rush. Let's keep these trolls back here. Keep these trolls back here. We can get them even back here so we can't like press my back point. We just need to play conservative now because we have the triple cap on him. There's no sense in taking risks and you know, overextending and whatnot. Okay, so this is going to be a good Burning Head right here. A little bit off. Yeah, I needed to go a little bit more the other way, but it's still going to cook him. All right, we have enough for a Fleshy Abundance. Let's do this, and we can get these characters to work on Cetra here. And what do we got? Yeah, we have our Light Cav. Let's get them back this way. Cetra is taking quite a bit of damage from Archie. Let's pop the Sword of the Slayer of Kings. You know what? It's funny because having Archeon on foot actually like wasn't terrible. Gave us like a decent bit of anchor. Dude, all the undead are scattering. Let's get these Hounds units to chase there, and we can get you with some... Oh, well, that was the wrong call-in, but it's okay. It's not going to be the worst. I meant to do the light cab there. All right, so Cetra actually gets close to dying here. Harold the Hammer is cackling all the way to the bank, and what do we have over here? We have the Trolls. The Trolls will give the Tomb Prince the business. All right, and you come around here. Let's get you guys to go after the Chosen of the Gods right there. We have some Skirmishers coming, and we can get some Trolls coming to deal with them. Okay, let's do that. And we got the back point. He's really struggling here, but Archeon is getting a little bit low for my likings. So we need to get Archie over here and get that Nurgle caster right up on him here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get him the big old heals. And trolls are coming. The trolls are coming, Gandalf. All right, let's go that way. We're looking fine at the back point. Archeon is on the run. We can Spirit Leech Tetra too if we want to. But we need to get away now if we can. Okay. Well, I should have put my Nurgle character on a mount. This map is again, pretty big. Are we under any threat of losing this point? No, but he is getting his home objective back, but, you know, at great cost. Cetra and the Hammerstorm are trading pretty damn well, actually. Okay, and now we got the Nurgle heal. Okay, so now we are fat and happy here. That's for sure. We're going to keep this Nurgle character nearby. Let's keep you guys helping out here. Let's get these trolls bashing. And Archeon just getting those fat heals. Oh, yeah, dude. That's what I'm freaking talking about. That's so good. And we can call in Dragon Ogres now. Yeah, so we have some proper anti-large on the way out. Some sort of witchcraft is going down. I don't know what. Subutai's been doing a great job keeping those guys alive, for sure. And, yeah, Archie and company, man, they're just doing it. They're hanging in there. Let's go after Cetra again. Keep you nearby for the heals. Let's get you in there. Looks like we did break down his horsemen here. My horsemen are very, very tattered, but it is what it is. And do I want to call in anything over here? Maybe some Hell's Riders, yeah, just to kind of keep them honest and keep those Ushopti Great Bows from shooting. Archeon, the Everchad, he's tanking it. Absolute raid boss. His value is probably pretty freaking high. I think I need to save for a Fleshy Abundance. But yeah, no, we're killing Cetra, actually. Cetra's getting very, very beat up. All right, let's pull the mobility over. And I could unsummon them, too, if we want to. Not a bad idea. Oh, dude, Archeon laying the whooping on Cetra. Oh, Slayer of Kings for the killing blow. Let's go. Get him, dude. Okay. Archeon! And we did get on the backfield here and get that nice flank. This map is really fun. It's super different. I mean, I think there's a ton of meta shifting strategy on this map for every faction. Like, the way you would want to play it probably as Tomb Kings is just, like, open with some Skeleton Horsemen and just pull back and then, like, play the objectives normally. But he engaged me right away, which I think was good for me. Dude, Archeon taking down Cetra. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's get throwing axes here. Let's get some of you guys right there. The desperate last attempt on my back objective. Honestly, not going to go super well. We can call some hounds around the back, park them here, and then we can rear charge those units. GG. Oh, man. If Cetra routes, the whole game might just crash. I know. That was a new map. That was a wild map, dude. I told him to look at the map beforehand. But he brought an appropriate build. It was like rush-centric, you know, so it kind of... The melee, the Ushopti Great Bows deployed in the line was a little bit rough. Archeon 2400. The Nurgle Caster definitely was clutch as well. Yes. GG. We're playing Hippo's new maps. Okay. And, all right. So that is going to be round 2. So let's refresh that and see how we're looking. Warriors of Chaos undefeated so far. Max Ben Jim, almost 2 years. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So that is 1. And, so that's going to be bringing up the Warriors of Chaos win rate. We're trying to get them up to 40% today. And that was against Tomb Kings. Okay, Tomb Kings. There they are. Okay, looks good. Archie 2-0 today, I know. He says, I didn't realize they deployed light on top of each other. I'm like, I was telling you before the game, you know? Okay, looks good. One sec here, guys. Okay, outstanding. And all right. So next round is also one of our new maps. Let's go check that one out real quick. See how we're looking here. Let's refresh this. Harry was a carry for sure. He did really good. He was like routing off the skeletons. He was doing a lot. And what do we have here? We have the map is going to be the Oasis of Zedri. So let's go see what that one looks like. Oasis of Zedri. Oasis. I think we have 2 Oasis, right? Yeah, we do. The Oasis of Zedri is one of our new maps. Let's load in and see what this bad boy looks like. Yeah, terror routing undead is definitely one of the most fun things for sure. Okay. And it is go time. What sort of meme army would you do? Don't give specifics, just a concept if you don't want to reveal any strats. What sort of meme army? I need more specifics. Do you mean like, I need a specific matchup or something like that? Hey, Max Ben Jim, thank you, man, for hanging around for so long. Archeon's gotten 2 Ws today, actually, yeah. Oh, this is a nice map. This is cool. So, a little bit more shrouded. Definitely, I mean, opportunities for bows to shoot, but gunline might be hard on this map. We do have objective 3 to... Okay. So you have a home objective, a very loose home objective, which can be pushed pretty quickly by Vanguard here. A small map. This is quite a small map. And then you have objective number 2 right here. These are nice maps, though. These are great. These are good ones. I like this a lot. Yeah, how are we looking? All right. Cool beans. So let's jump out of here and prepare for the next round. It should be ready any moment now. Heavy metal meme army. I mean, Harold the Hammerstorm would belong in any meme army. He's great. Although against undead, he's actually very good. He's very, very disruptive. All right, so refreshing the brackets here. All right. And we still have 3 games to go. Perfect. So Prussian Prince needs to finish his game versus Solasora. Blood Penguin versus Ash, and Prof Pone taking forever. He's taking forever here, but yeah, it should be done in the next 5 minutes here. Turn verse. All right, let's jump from there. Aiming to get that top 4 here today, and we have the Oasis is going to be the next map. Very cool. Enjoying your channel since several years. Yeah, it's been a while, man. We've all been on this journey. Total War is definitely a little bit slower right now, but I'm sure the hype train will pick up. Man, imagine how exciting it'd be if they announced the Total War 40K. Oh, God. Imagine how much fun we could have in multiplayer with that. Oh, that'd be so good. What do you guys think would be the launch factions? If they did do Total War Warhammer 40K, what do you guys think would be the launch factions? And how do you think they would do the... I think they would probably have Imperial Guard, Ultramarines. But aside from that, I'd be curious to hear what Xenos factions you guys think would be core. Probably the Orcs. So Ultramarines, Imperial Guard, Orcs, Eldar, and maybe Black Legion or something like that, right? Or some sort of Chaos Space Marines faction. Yeah. Imperium and Orcs for sure, I would say. Yeah. Necrons and Guards. There has to be a CSM. CSM is like so iconic, right? They would have to be in there. Probably Eldar and Orcs and the Nids, I'd hope, yeah. I feel like Tyranids would be a DLC. Yeah, they'd be something that would come down the road. Drukari, yeah. You think it'd be some Drukari? Could be. The Ultramarines, the Black Legion, the Orcs and Necrons, maybe. I suppose it depends on what Games Workshop is like trying to push at that time, too. You know, if there's like a new box set coming out, it'd probably be whatever that is. Oh, man, I'd love to play some Black Legion. Get some Abaddon in there with his big old sword. I feel like Eldar will find a way to be overpowered, you know? Because if they, like, here's the thing. Land Battle is already a format that requires, like, attacking rules and a lot of, you know, player-made things to make it work, right? Now, how much worse is that going to be when you're playing against a faction like Tau or Eldar, who literally will have, like, super fast flying things that can shoot you? and you can't catch them, right? I think there has to be like some sort of an objective to make you fight there, because that's how it is in 40K tabletop, right? It's old world in Warhammer Fantasy Battles to a large extent doesn't generally use objectives. Some missions do have it, but it's more of just like, you know, a land battle, right? Whereas 40K is a game that is kept balanced by objectives, because otherwise some factions could just sit in corners or run indefinitely and you wouldn't be able to catch them. It's going to have some sort of an objective system. Maybe they use domination as a metric, which I think domination would transfer really well to 40K. Like imagine let's say you're playing Space Marines and you have a situation where it's a triple cap situation, but you have the two objectives, your opponent's on the back point, and you have an army ability, which is to like drop Terminators, like a Terminator Deep Strike on the back objective. And it's like this super cool moment where everybody's rushing for it. You're calling in Terminators, you know, something like that. God, that'd be so cool. Yeah, I think it would have to be. I mean, they'll probably have land battle and campaign, which is fine because the AI isn't going to cheese you. But for multiplayer, I think there needs to be something like that. All right, one game to finish. We got Ash versus Blood Penguin. And let's see who's winning their games. Let us see who is winning their games. Undefeated players, we got Outer Region, so we're probably going to get karate chopped by him next game. Alexander, undefeated. Solisara, Harrison, handful of folks, and maybe Blood Penguin here as well. Prof Pone, dude, the Chaos Dwarves got you, huh? How'd those evil dwarves get you? Horus with his heresy all over the place. Yeah, probably not going to have Horus. It's not going to be 30K, so you'd probably get Abaddon. Yeah, it's tricky stuff. Tricky stuff. Death Guard would be really fun. You know, having like Nurgle, Death Guard, Plague Marines, and having Mortarion flying around and just like cleaving things in melee and just having tons of healing, and Plague Burst Crawlers just like shooting mortars from across the map with like the entropy cannons blasting away. Oh, that's going to be so freaking cool. Can you imagine Death Guard in there? Oh, that'd be so freaking fun. It was a really close game. He got an Iron Spawn on a point, so definitely wasn't taking that. Oh, yeah, that's hard. Although, if you do have the repeater crossbows, you can kill it eventually. But yeah, it's not easy. That player that you played, Pone, he really likes to use the double Death Reeks. Did he use them against you? A Total War game about the Siege of Terra would print money. Yeah, I'm sure it could. Oh, there's going to be, I mean, come on. Mortarion's going to be in there. You're going to have Gilliman. You're going to have Angron. You're going to have, let's see. So, yeah. Who are the ones that are in the game right now? It'll basically, yeah, in the Lionel Johnson. The other ones, you know, will probably be added to the game as they come back to the actual tabletop game. Because it's a huge opportunity, right? If somebody gets into the game, plays Death Guard, right? They use Mortarion in the computer game. They're going to want to go maybe get the model eventually if they start playing the game, right? Yeah, Warriors of Chaos are fun. Never showed up. Oh, sounds good. Your opponent never showed up, Ash? Really? Blood Penguin didn't show up? Oh, interesting. That's strange. All right. Thank you for the heads up. All right. So let me go ahead and refresh this. And so go ahead and Ash and report it for a win for yourself. Report it as a Khorne mirror. So Ash, if you're listening, just report it as a win for yourself. Or actually, you know what? I'll just drop your opponent. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Never mind. I will drop Ash. I'm just going to drop him. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, so no show, huh? That's a funky one. Let's drop him. Imperial Guard. Oh my god, Imperial Guard gun lines are going to be so fun. Just having like a fat Bane blade just unleashing hell. Oh, it's going to be so good. All right, so we're ready for the next round. Let me just refresh the brackets, and it is time for round 3 of today's tournament. We got 4 rounds and then a semis into grand finals, which should be a little bit faster. And here we are. I almost bought a tabletop army after playing Total War. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I didn't even touch Warhammer until I got into all that goodness. Okay. I mean, when I was young, I bought some minis. I had some Empire minis and some Ultramarine minis from when I was like 10 years old. But all right, so I got the lobby code up, and let's let the goblins know it is go time. All right. And we have goblins. Next round. There we are. All right, all right. So what is he playing? Is he playing the High Elves? Oh, I haven't played this matchup in a while. I'm actually not sure how to approach that one. But have fun. Are you High Elves? I used to have a build for this. I think I deleted my saved builds because they just got so outdated. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anything for this one. All right, we're just going to have to wing it. We're going to have to figure this one out the old-fashioned way. What I can tell you is we're probably going to be running into the Fireborn here. That is for sure. I think I have a loose idea of how I'd like to play this. So we're going to do this. And we're going to drop that. Yeah, I think that's the play. Okay. Cut that, cut that. We can keep that ability, no problem. No problem. Is this where the shrine comes in? The forbidden shrine? Could be. Let's get 4 of those guys. And as far as the points go, yeah, we have the 1 home objective, and I know that there's then the one on the other side, which is contested. Yeah, okay, so let's get you. Do a little bit of this. That's not bad at all. And as far as the other characters go, I can get you. It's kind of like a playstyle I've used against High Elves before. We'll see how good it is here. They could be rocking a big scary dragon, which I need to put some respect on that dragon's name. And for the back point, you know, we got 2,000 gold left in the main army. Fast Cav, you never want to leave home without at least 1 Hellstrider. Those things are just so good. And for Chaos Knights in this matchup, Chaos Knights of Tzeentch are respectable, but you got to watch out for, yeah, you got to watch out for the big Fireborn. Those guys are terrifying. They do a lot of work. All right. Seems like I can only win these days with my boy Emmerich. Yeah, Emmerich's really good. And you know, you're very practiced with Emmerich as well. So that's something to remember when you're being down on yourself there. Okay. I wonder how Summoners of Rage would do against like Fireborn. It might not be a bad idea. It's a really expensive unit though. That's my only gripe. Yeah, he's ready already. Wow. This man is out for blood. He seeks vengeance. Okay. So 750. Looking good. So we got a perfect spend in our main army. GG, dude. Can't be defeated now. That perfect spend is looking mighty good. Do we want any baseline infantry here in the reserving army? So Aspiring Champion's not very good in this matchup in my experience. Okay, so it leaves us with 1150 on the money. Too bad Spawn sucks. Spawn are a cool unit. Yeah, they're just terrible though, unfortunately. Yeah, whatever. That's good enough. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, Wookiee Claw. You gonna double hero for Emmerich? I'm playing it a little bit more dangerously. I could regret it, but I'm thinking that Emmerich is so meta that he's gonna go off meta and pick somebody who's not Emmerich, in which case my build will be very good. Otherwise, if he goes very meta, I could be in trouble, but you know, trying something different. Yeah, I know you can see, but yeah. I don't think most people are gonna try and cheese me on stream. Stream snipe. Fireborn are hard to kill, yeah. I'm thinking maybe Summoners of Rage as a counterplay, or just Marauder Horseman throwing axes can drag them down. You know, your armor-piercing infantry can too. All right. So we got our back objective. But this is a tech I've used against tiles before. It's Eocold and Village. So it's pretty fun. But yeah, overall, we will see. So these are my Sleeper Chosen, which is my favorite tech. We got our character core here. We have a great weapon boy who's going to run up into the trees. We have you and you. So can't Vanguard up too far, but we are going to be able to at least grab these points quickly. 2, 3, okay. And it looks fine to me. Yeah, it's go time. Never underestimate people's desire to win. It's true, I've been stream sniped quite a bit before in the past. It's been pretty clear, but yeah. It's actually going to be Eltharion the Grim. All right, that's good for us. See, my meta mind gaming maybe will pay dividends. Okay, a couple Marauder Horsemen. Makes sense. And let's get you up on the point here, buddy. You guys can waddle this way. Yeah, so this guy's, he's really good. You just basically nuke the infantry positions. Oh, he brought like a basic Star Dragon. That's interesting. I don't have any flyers though, so yeah, it is what it is. We're going to be chilling out there, and the tree line will protect us. He's not going to get too many arrows through. All right, so first call-ins against Dragon. I think we just save for Summoners of Rage just to deal with the big stuff.
We have a victory point.
I have a victory point. Keep it from the foe. All right. So yeah, the characters are coming. Star Dragon's going to be a problem. We need to get both our characters over here to, not characters, but throwing axes. And let's get you Marauders to get in front of those Reavers. Doing a little bit of poke here, a little razzle-dazzle. Nothing to write home about, but yeah, we should probably wait for our, yeah, the breath attack on the Chosen is going to suck pretty freaking bad. Okay, let's keep you here. Let's do this and get ready to go. Do I wait for Summoners of Rage? That's a long time to wait, ladies and gentlemen. It is a long old time to wait. All right. Are those Fireborn? Those aren't Fireborn, right? No, those are just Reavers. Okay, so we're in the trees. He doesn't have any good infantry. Very heavily invested in his characters. Summoners of Rage are at 1900. He's got some Reavers hanging out on the back here. We're going to kind of move you guys up this way. And are they actually going to take the charge here? We should probably leave these Chaos Warriors here too. Okay, so they're shooting a little bit using some ammo. But now that Summoners of Rage are here, we can make our push, because we now have some tech against Dragon, right? Is kind of the idea. Alright, so Village and Aecold are going to move in. They're going to get ready to party. We have our great weapons over here. The Reavers actually take more damage on the charge here. And we could just follow them with Marauder Horsemen, you know, that's basically the plan. Alright, so those guys are going to move up. Let's get these Chosen creeping in there. And get Summoners of Rage coming in. And you guys. Keep some Marauders here to screen. Let's do that. And you great weapons can go there. Alright, great. So now we're in the party. We have the characters ready to go. Summoners of Rage are all the business. Let's pull you back. Let's get some of these Chosen in there. Do a little bit of cheekiness. And yeah, great. So you're just going to leave me on the objectives? Maybe. I'm happy to just value trade here. Alright, so back and back. We have some Hounds. So let's release the Hounds. So the Hounds are going to go here, and we'll take one of you guys and do this. Put them in group 6. Okay, and great. So we've engaged here. We have the Summoners of Rage nearby, so they can just start fighting Eltharion. We need to look out for some vortexes. The breath attack was not very devastating, which is good news for us. Okay, so back and back. And throw at you and throw at you. Let's get these Marauders in there to help out a little bit. Now we need to see if we want to get any Infernal Gateways anywhere. Now, where would be a good spot? If he's not paying attention, that's going to be a really good spot for us. Because we're just going to wipe out 2 of his, skirmish cav there. Okay, he's not paying attention, I don't think. I think we got him. Okay, so let's pull you back. Looking good. The Infernal Gateway did land firm on those units. And let's get these Chaos Warriors coming over here to help. Great, so we did bash through that. Yeah, a lot of HP taken off those bad boys. Just keep value trading. And alright, so let's get back and back. The Hounds have done great work. Let's go ahead and switch onto this unit. Let's call in some Armored Trolls. Get them up. And overall, I think the value trading is going well. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. 3 and 4. Let's get our characters, Aecold and company, to start going after the man here. And let's get you in range mode. And alright, so we're going to get some throwing axes in his face. We still have the Chosen of Nurgle, Sleeper Chosen in there, doing work. And alright, so we need to maybe start considering waddling up to the point. Although I'm happy to value trade for a little bit longer. If we could just win the blob fight and he has no infantry, we could just slow push him, right? And that's going to be very good. Alright, so throwing weapons. These are the Fireborn, so that's why we want these guys. Yeah, we have the Chosen in there too. So I'm hoping that we can drag them down. And the Trolls are also on the way. Alright. Cool. How are we doing against the Fire Chads? They're taking some L's. The Rangers there are still fighting it out. Almost got him cleared. He's up on points, but not by too much. It's not like point of no return yet. Alright, let's get some more Armored Trolls up. They're going to be very good. And then we just, clear this position out, and then we just waddle up from here. Alright, let's do this. I don't know why the control group's all funky, so we're just going to decontrol group them there. This tree line's interesting. It's definitely making it a little bit harder. Let's get these Chaos Warriors to fight here, and you guys go here. Everyone else is going to waddle up to this point. We have to just hope that we can hold here. That's for damn sure. Okay. I don't know. They're moving through in a funky way. They're probably going to break here in a second. Alright. So the Horsemen are being swarmed, but we should be able to just turn around and just kite back this way. And we do have the Dragons landing, so Fireborn are on their way in. No problem. So let's pull back and back, back and back. You guys come across and jump on the old fire chads. And this is our opportunity for a big vortex. If we can get him here, this could be like a game breaker. All right, so we're going to try and get him with that. And we do manage to kite back these units. We have some hounds. Let's call them around the back for a surround. And we do get the vortex. Now, this is the moment we see how good of a cast it was. May or may not be actually... Oh, a lot of his units were actually like in this weird position here. All right, we're going to try and nibble on them to slow them down and prevent their escape. But we do get a decent vortex on the other pieces. How are Summoners of Rage doing? Yeah, they're doing all right. Not as good as I would like. Okay, so we need to keep hunting these Fireborn. I would like to get them down. Chosen, get you guys grinding on the point. We want the Chosen to stay in sustained conflict. That's for damn sure. Do we make a play for the back point? Maybe we can. We can do a little something. Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately, the Hound play didn't work too well. We have equalized value, though. Yeah, we have. The Chosen are doing good. Summoners of Rage are still on the ready. So let's get in here. Get you guys going here. Pull these horsemen back and back. And let's call in a... do we want a Chaos Knight unit? Chaos Knights might not be a bad idea for like a sweeper piece right now. Oh, almost meant alt-tabbed out there. That was pretty troll. Although, those guys are going to be a bit of a problem. Let's get the Chaos Knights to go over here. We've almost pushed the High Elves off the point, I think. Summoners of Rage are beat up, but he does have that sweet apotheosis there. Let's keep it going. Dragon is just chasing my horsemen around. We got the Knights of Tzeentch heading for the back point. And let's just park here and wait. Yeah, it looks like he's got some skirmishers coming. Managed to chase them down. My horsemen are out of steam. My only concern is my like anti-dragon tech I have here isn't very good. I do have the trolls and the Chosen too, but aside from that, yeah, it's kind of rough in that regard. That's going to be the Fireborn, so let's pull back and let's pull you guys back this way. Get the Knights ready. Pull you back there. Keep grinding up. Yeah, our infantry corps is doing very good, and we'll have enough for a vortex soon. The Trolls of Chaos, they move. The armored Chaos Trolls can kind of fight dragons. You know, they sort of can, but it's not pretty because the leadership becomes a huge problem and the terror routes and all that. All right, so we're going to get this point here most likely. We're going to drop a vortex right on their faces, and aside from that, we need to unsummon you guys, and the Chaos Knights need to come in and help. All right, maybe we can get us around on that dragon, maybe. We do get the vortex right on top of those guys. That's going to do some big old damage. Let's do that. We have the capture weight coming now. Some more Chaos Trolls. Wow, these Trolls actually are holding for a long time back there. They're doing some great damage. Backpoint is looking secure. We did actually bait him into potentially a precarious call. Yeah, like he wasted money on Lothar and Seaguard back there with our kind of feint that we had, which was good. Okay, let's get in here, get everybody to go after the Fireborn there. Let's get the Chosen moving after the Fireborn too. You guys do that, and let's get Eocold and company going after them as well. Trolls, you pile in on them. Trolls pile in here. And this is an opportunity for our Tzeentch Knights to, you know, prove their worth to the Chaos Gods. We do get that point, but can we hold it is a question. You have the foe's victory point. Keep it from the foe. Alright, Fireborn are taking some damage, but we do get the point. The characters are unfortunately enduring a little bit better than I would like. The Tzeentch Chaos Knights are hot on their tail. Let's see if we can reroute over to the Rangers. Get you going here, and Village is a little bit trapped up in those units. Get a couple Trolls in there, move you guys up on the point, and there we go. Alright. So the Chaos Knights do rally over there. And do we call in Summoners of Rage again? I don't think so. I think we just get Marauder Horsemen. Yeah, that's going to be the play. Alright, let's get you guys coming up to help. That's going to be very nice. Then you guys come loop back around here. We got the Chosen arriving on the objective. The Chosen have definitely been, I think, an MVP. They've been doing very, very good for us. Okay, so let's get these Tzeentch Knights back. They can regenerate their shields as well. Very close. I think he's a little bit ahead. We don't have enough for a big vortex yet. That will be very nice when the time comes. Let's get these Trolls getting into the dragons. Trolls are actually doing reasonably well. Village can get there, you can get there, and let's start throwing some throwing axes here. Let's get these Chad Chaos Knights to go after the Silver Helms, you into the Fireborn, and throwing axes for the Throwing Axe God. And maybe we're going to be able to work it, maybe. Alright, let's get another one of you guys, put you in group 4, and get you coming up here to help. Looks like the Chaos Knights did intercept those guys. Got a couple Trolls on the way back in, and Village and company are trading pretty damn well. Am I out of WOM? Okay, I'm going to get one more good Vortex, basically. Yeah, that's it. There's just going to be one more. Alright, some Marauder Great Weapons. We are running into some staying power issues here on the point. So we're going to need a good Vortex. We're going to need a very good Vortex here. Okay, let's keep working on Eocold, and yeah, the cooldown is still there. A couple Chosen going to be cruising in, and yeah, now the Silver Helms are going to be chasing me and forcing me back, which is annoying, but I'm just going to have to kite them, basically. All right, so yeah, still on cooldown here. Armored Chaos Trolls are doing it. And do we have anybody rallying here? We do not. Some Marauders are coming, and on this point, we do see some back pressure now, so how do we deal with this? Probably just some Hounds to get on those Lothern Sea Guard, get you guys to the back of the objective, kite you guys back here. Great weapons coming in, and time for a Vortex for sure, but the question is where? Is he staying still? Yeah, if we can get him there, that's pretty freaking sweet, but I don't think he's going to let that happen. Oh, maybe he is, actually. Let's see if we can get him with the Vortex of Tzeentch. Okay, that actually was a good Vortex. That did a lot of damage. Got some Marauders coming, and you guys jump on the Lothern Sea Guard, and we can get another one coming around the side to jump on the back of these warriors. Great. So let's go help out with those guys a little bit. Village and company still battling it out with the Mighty Star Dragon. Let's get some great weapons cruising, and you guys are going to come help, so let's get some throwing weapons here. We get the Hound units nibbling on the Lothern Sea Guard, which is a very, very good value for us. Yeah, it could just be in this build I don't have enough dragon killing power. That was kind of what I was concerned about, but I thought maybe the throwing axes could get it done, but it doesn't look like that's the case. All right, so let's park you guys here. A couple random units have rallied, so we'll take it. And how are we looking? Let's keep bonking you on the head. He is pulling ahead. I cannot afford to lose this side point. If I lose this back point, then we just basically lose. You know, it's over from there. Okay, Lothern Sea Guard are punished, so we were able to get them off. We have a couple trolls rallying, so let's get you guys back. These Marauders, are we going to come in and help? I don't think we have any more Vortexes. We have a little bit of time with which to work, but not a whole lot. So maybe we got to start playing his back objective, but I don't think we have the capital on the map to do that. All right, so let's keep fighting here. Let's get these horsemen back. We do get the Marauders in. Yeah, Village is getting smashed up, unfortunately. That's not good for us. We do surround that, so that was a decent little play there, but Summoners of Rage didn't feel like the right answer. I think we needed to go like Monster Mash to deal with his build. Yeah, and we just didn't have it. Keep fighting here. We'll grind a little bit longer. I don't know what other opportunities we have. Reavers have engaged. We're just kiting these Silver Helms. We will get them eventually. Let's get another troll unit there. We do hold our back objective, but for how long is the question. We're going to need to get some speed there, and we can get some trolls. Yeah, nice. The Chosen were actually, I think, my best unit here. They probably did the most work for me. How are we looking in the middle? We do have the Aecold still fighting. Yeah, we just didn't have the dragon tech. That's what dicked us this one. All right, so we got the trolls on the way. Hopefully they can push those guys off and stabilize that back point. It is a triple cap situation now, so I'm gonna have to get all three, and I'm down by 3,000 value, so I think we're just done for. I just think there's nothing we could do. Yeah, well, throwing axe. I mean, his characters are weak, but you remember, he's got a lot of healing too. He's gotten a lot of healing here. All right, so you guys have arrived. There's some Narnia lines coming. Maybe we do a little cheeky play for the back point, so we just go start working on you. And bring these horsemen over and try and steal it. I don't know, I'm just like kind of spitballing here. A couple Chaos Warriors have arrived. My Lord is dead, and yeah, you guys run. We'll make one last hoorah at this point here, and then we'll call it a day from there, because I don't want to waste my opponent's time. Granted, we have nothing but time until the next round starts. Yeah, GG, it was close, but we just couldn't kill his characters. You know, we had no big monster fighting, no rancid visitations. They just farmed value for days. The Trolls and the Chosen did pretty well. I was very happy with their performances, but aside from that, we just didn't have the tools. So probably the original build would have been better, just double Exalted Hero of Nurgle backed up by Festus, which has always been pretty good against High Elves. You could protect Festus with the two boys, and they can beat down a Star Dragon. Yeah, Eltharion was cool. He was a Chad. 1900. Star Dragon carried that for sure. It was a menace. I had nothing to deal with it. Chosen, 1,100 value on them. Definitely. Wow, 3,000 value on Village though. Those Vortexes were money. Okay, I was making fun of those. So maybe with this, like with Village being that effective against High Elves, yeah, the Chaos Knights also were a crappy choice, and the Summoners of Rage sucked. So I guess upon further evaluation, Village was good, Aecold was good. This is where we lost the game, right? The value trade here was awful. 500 here, 800 here. So maybe we go into reserve and we cut you and we cut you, and then we just get some like dedicated like monster fighting. So we get like a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth or something. Is that going to be enough? I don't think so, right? We cut you and we get like double Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Where do we start with that in the main army, right? Yeah, something like this. in the main army. Yeah, he did really good. Yeah, the trolls get wrecked by Fireborn too, so maybe we got to change that tech up. I think you need monster fighting against High Elves. I was too greedy. Let me message my opponent. GG, well played, dude. All right. So he'll report that score, and we still have a chance at Grand Finals. If we win our next round and go 3-1, we have an okay chance. All right. Monster killing. Okay, so that game is finished, and still a handful of games yet to play. Prof Pone got his first win of the tournament, by the way. He got the bye round, so that counts as a win. Gotta love it. Severed Claw aren't that good against High Elves, I don't think, because the White Lions of Krace can kill them pretty effectively, although maybe. With the build he brought, Severed Claw might have actually been okay. Zinch Halberd RR? Yeah, maybe. I just worry because if he goes like any sort of Swordmasters or White Lions of Krace, it's a pretty big down trade for us. Yeah, we'll go back to the drawing board on that one. And what's the cool part about Warriors? Oh, Valkia too. Yeah, because you could play a Valkia build, right? Valkia the Bloody would like counter that pretty damn effectively. Okay, maybe that's what I'm missing. Duh. You just go with Valkia with a Zinch caster if you want to still drop those fat vortexes. So Valkia, Aecold, and yeah, you bring Sleipnir, Gaze of Corn, you cut, and then you just bring a Sorcerer. And the Sorcerer can just be a Vortex caster, so you can just go Mark of Zinch, go Lore of Zinch if you want to, Infernal Gateway, and you can bring the Skull of Catan if you really want to like nuke something. But you could also do a Final Transmutation build, where you do this and you bring the Blasphemous Skull to get the huge damage. Okay, this is actually kind of a cool idea on Disc of Zinch. This looks pretty good. Yeah, Fireborn are going to be taken pretty much every time. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, there's a lot of weird techs you could do in that matchup. It's usually Emmerich. Okay. So let's refresh it. Are we going to get a rare High Elf SFT victory today? It happens. We've seen them win a couple. I wonder, I mean, if there's been a faction that hasn't won an SFT, like in the past like a year, you know, if there's somebody who's just been neglected in the shadows, who that would be. I think we've seen Vampire Coast. I'm pretty sure Scrambled Egg Special has won a couple of those with Vampire Coast, maybe one or two. Will this game be available on PS5? Oh, I don't think so. I don't know. Are Total War games ever on console? I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person. I am a bit of an idiot. Yeah. White Lions are good for Severed Claw. They are. Yeah. Nurgle Demon Prince with Buna and Fleshy is good. I don't think you can bring the Demon Princes, though, if you're playing Warriors. I'm playing Warriors today. It's ironically, Be'lakor used to be the meta. It's so funny. In the early days, Be'lakor Pit of Shade spam was so good against High Elves. How could you make that work? You cut that. You cut that. That's his healing ability, so you need that. Removes ITP isn't bad. Dark Master you could probably cut. You keep Shadow Shroud. You can get Be'lakor for 3,400. Be'lakor can definitely fight a Star Dragon, but you don't want to take that fight like head up. You could do combat Be'lakor. You could do like Be'lakor with a Nurgle caster and just have this like 9,000 HP raid boss Demon Prince. Man, this faction is so fun. There's so many strategies you can do. That's why I really like Walk. They're so fun. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can... let me check here. Hold on. Yeah, we can dedicate him. Yeah. Yeah, a Nurgle Demon Prince. Duh, I totally forgot you could do that, too. It goes to show how rusty I am. No. Okay. Let's refresh. And looking here, we still have a couple games to finish. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to refill my water, and we will carry on my Wayward Son and have some fun in round 4 in just a minute. BRB. All right, we're back in business, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if the next round is ready. Sorry for the jump scare. All right, 2 games. We got Subutai versus B6 and Outer Region versus Solisora. And we will see who the winner is going to be. Have not played the new Space Marine game yet. Doesn't really tickle my pickle. It looks fun and all. Kind of like very Gears of War, which was one of my favorite games back in the day. Man, do you guys remember playing the original Gears of War game? What was that, 2006, 2007? I think is when that came out. In the trailer, they had that Sound of Silence, was it? Or, oh, what was it? The song from Donnie Darko, I think. Can't remember, but yeah. Gears of War was awesome. I don't know how the newer ones are, but the original Gears of War was a great one. It's an absolutely great game. The Skaven are coming. Is that what you guys think? Okay, refreshing. Seeing if there's any admin issues. Yeah, he's saying I didn't notice those were chosen until halfway through the game, and I was like, that's the idea. Just mix in one chosen in your builds. I've had games where they get like 3,000-4,000 value just by grinding and nobody notices. It's awesome. All right. Yeah, they're still playing, so no rush there. No rush. Space Marine is similar to Gears of War, except you never take cover. Yeah, that was kind of a fun element of Gears of War, like the cover system. Although Space Marine looks great, the PvP like visually looks good. I don't know how it is balance-wise. But yeah, it definitely looks nice. It's Gears mixed with the new Doom games, got it, yeah. How is the PvP though, for those of you guys who have played it? Is it balanced? Is it kind of repetitive? Does it get old kind of quick? You know, I feel like there's a lot of potential for what you could do with such a game. Like, imagine if they had a capture the flag mode, right? Like, there's 2 Space Marine fortresses, whatever, and you have to grab the flag and get it back to your base. And there's like guys with jump packs flying away with the flag. They're like the flag runner guys, and I feel like there's a lot of potential for PvP in such games. But yeah, I wonder how they the Space Marines are the cover. Yeah, I guess wearing the big plate, they don't have as much need for cover like the guardsmen and whatnot, but. It's kind of shallow, but has potential. Yeah, that's what I've heard. You know, that was, I think, some of the peak gaming experiences of my life were gaming back in like the early 2000s, like playing the first Halo games. How many of you guys remember playing Blood Gulch with the homies and playing Capture the Flag in-house LAN, doing it? Man, we had one TV at my house, and my buddy would bring over his TV on like a Saturday morning, and we'd set up a LAN party. He'd bring his Xbox, and we would do 4v4. So it'd be 2 teams of 4, eight friends, and you would play 4v4 Capture the Flag on Blood Gulch. Oh my god, that was so fun. Oh, it was so good. It was so much fun. Yeah, that's pretty magical stuff. Like those moments when your friend would like pull up on a warthog, and you would like jump in the back and make a getaway with the flag, and you're just like holding it in the passenger seat while there's like someone on the machine gun in the back covering your retreat. Oh, it was so good. There was nothing that could beat that. It was nothing. That's just peak gaming right there. Peak gaming. Yeah. System Link, magical times. You're playing Halo 1 right now? Nice. 8 friends, humble brag. Yeah, well. I played high school football, so the football, like a lot of the football guys would play it. They would just come over after practice or, you know, after. Yeah. Frost, how you doing? Oh, did I forget to announce I was streaming? Probably did. Fox says, hell yeah, I used to have LAN parties with all the guys in the neighborhood growing up. Had to bring a second TV over to their house. Hell yeah, dude. That's the stuff right there. Okay, so Subutai's game is still going. Versus B6. At least we are not going to have a losing record today. We went 2-1 so far, so our odds of just straight up losing are not super high. Yeah. That's impossible, actually. Yeah. Okay. No admin issues whatsoever. Yeah, that was a great one for LAN parties. I think that was the goat of LAN parties. Like Halo 1 was so fun. I remember Halo 2. What did Halo 2 add? Halo 2 added dual wield, right? I think that's what we got. It was like you could dual wield weapons. If memory serves. I remember in Halo 1, Combat Evolved, which is the one I probably played the most, the pistol was very OP. I remember if you were really good in multiplayer with the pistol, you could just like dome people like from a distance, like absolutely wreck them. It was so freaking good. Yeah, that was really, really strong. Of course, Frost. No worries, man. Yeah, the pistol was really good. The shotgun was always fun. The rocket launcher, of course, in like close quarters maps in Halo Combat Evolved was freaking brutal. Like if you're fighting on some of those close quarters combat maps, oh man, the rocket launcher is brutal. You could dual wield and play as elites. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's coming back to me now. Coming back to me. That was a long time ago. Halo 3 was a really good one. I remember playing that in college. 2006, 2007. Halo 3 was freaking awesome. The multiplayer was so good in Halo 3. I loved Halo 3. Halo 1 and 3 might have been my favorites. Although I don't really remember. It was so long ago. It was like a lifetime ago. Okay, how we looking? Did old man Subutai finish his game yet? Could be laggy. You never know. Hopefully he's not having a lag problem. Aha, he's done it. All right, so now we're ready to advance, and all right, let's advance the Swiss. Here we go. All right, so tournament. Let's go ahead and get this all fired up, and it is time, goblins. Where are we at? No, wrong area. Tournament section. I legitimately struggle to just find things even in my own Discord. I'm old and haggard. All right, next round. Good luck, have fun. So the next round I think is just one of our older maps because there's 3 new maps. So you guys saw those. You guys saw the new maps, which we will be revisiting in the finals. I actually put the Everchosen map in the grand finals as well, so that's pretty fun. All right. Let's see what my opponent's got. And we are now in the round 4. Last round of regulation. My opponent, I believe, has gone 2-1 as well. Halo 2 is the best? Yeah, and then there was ODST, right? That was the one where you play, like, not as a Spartan, but you're playing as, like, a trooper. That one was... I remember that one kind of was weird. Yeah, that was a bit of a funky one. Hopefully my opponent shows up here. Let's find out what they're playing, and I can start working on a build. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up and look. What are you playing? Slaanesh. Oh, okay. Slaanesh versus Warriors of Chaos, eh? That's an interesting one. You just got to watch out for the rampages and the fleshy abundance and all that. And Fiends of Slaanesh are really problematic. They're super hard to deal with. I would definitely say this matchup is probably Slaanesh favored, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I do have a forbidden build for this that might be able to work. The map is going to be Itza, I think is the map. Yeah, we're on Itza. So Itza is great, especially if you want like a fast round. Okay. So we're going to do this. Get you. Yes. And then we can do that. Got this. Got that. We're going to start working on the build here. This is truly the forbidden tech here, which you guys are about to see. I'm very excited for it. Well, hopefully it works out. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We're using all of our chaos marks to go all in on one strategy here. Oh, yes. Let the Warriors of Chaos feast. And from here, what do we want to get? That's a pretty damn elite build. Oh man, that's something. That is something indeed. We probably need a little bit more width in this army. Okay. And we're going to want to call in some of you guys. Characters. Do we want any sort of characters against Slaanesh? Eocold is never a bad choice, but he does use one of the marks. Just like Wald with his bulging calves and sweaty pecs. Yeah, let's see if my opponent's here. Howdy. All right, they are here. Good. I was worried they were AFK, but they have arrived. Okay, so from here, let's actually mix you guys in the starting army. I think that's going to be better. And do we want to get the elite versions? I don't think we need to. The Arwar could be fun there as well. Okay, I guess we could bring another spell just to be safe. Or we could just upgrade one of them to a Horsemaster, right? How much are they? 750? 800. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. All right, so that's our starting army, and then we have one more Mark of Chaos that we could play with. The Doom Knights of Immolation actually aren't bad in this matchup. They're pretty good against Fiends. I find that they can get their engagements going. It's not bad. Hellscourge Warriors are all right. So we could run into those. Okay. So we're definitely bringing all the fancy business here. Still need some Armored Chaos Warriors in case, or Armored Chaos Trolls in case they have Hellscourges. I think they're probably good, even though they did let us down earlier. I think they'll be good here. And for the Infantry Corps, probably a couple great weapons just to help bash through just the armor of Slaanesh. Slaanesh is actually a reasonably armored faction. You guys are going to love this build, though. This is truly a forbidden build. It's going to be very fun. Severed Claw in this matchup probably actually isn't bad, but yeah, again, they require a Mark of Chaos. Tricky. It's unfortunate. You have to worry about big Greater Demons? I don't think so. They're too risky, right? The throwing axes just take them apart too well. So I don't think we're going to be seeing too many of those. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. 25 gold, of course. All right, we're ready. Little doggy, that's Wookie. Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah, before he passed. He would be like 100 years old now if he was still alive, but he croaked a couple years ago. I know, I'm gonna find those, Frost. I will. ODST was great, but not for multiplayer. Yeah, I remember the campaign was interesting. All right, team. Pretty fun build. My opponent still setting it up. Undefeated player is going to be duking it out. We need Alexander to win his game here. He's playing B6. If Alexander wins, who we just lost to in the last round, our odds of making top 4 become way better. So we need Alexander to win. We need Subutai to win, but Subutai unfortunately just lost his last round game. So we need old Subutai to come in with the steel chair and get a... Oh, did he drop? Shit. No, Subutai. What have you done? It looks like he dropped after he lost last round. That's not good. So that really hurts my tiebreaker. Yeah, so my tiebreaker is getting smashed up pretty good right now. Who do we beat? We beat Subutai, and then we beat in the first round Prepare for the Bear. Did he drop too? Or is he still fighting hard? Oh, he hasn't won a single game. Ouch. And he's still playing though. Yeah, our odds just got really, really low. Our 2 tiebreakers dropped out. Like Subutai dropped out and Prepare for the Bear hasn't won a game. Even though he's a very good player. I played against him many times. He's solid. Wookie is roaming Nurgle's garden, biting elf ankles. It's true. He used to bite my ankles. I mean, he would just chase after me if I got too close to Anna, my lovely wife. Wookie was obsessed with Anna. I was just like a piece of trash to him. Any of you guys have a dog like that where it just like loves your partner and just hates you? Yeah, it was Wookie. Although Wookie liked me when Anna wasn't around a little bit. Like if she was like out of town or something, he would like, you know, look at me at least, but yeah. Let's freaking go. Let's go, man. Slaanesh is here. And yeah. This is a build I've used like against Slaanesh. This isn't the exact build, but it's in the family of it. How to Start Total Warhammer Lore book YouTube series. Jakub, I would recommend reading the Gotrek and Felix books. So there's a book series called the Gotrek and Felix. Well, you can just look up the Omnibus. So look up the Gotrek and Felix Omnibus, books 1 through 3, and then 3 through 6, or 4 through 6, whatever. It's a really good introduction to Warhammer Fantasy. It gives you kind of a general ambience of the universe, and you get introduced to some of the main characters and some of the villains and whatnot. And then from there, it's hard to recommend. It depends on what faction you're interested in because, you can read a bunch of books. They have the Sundering, the High Elf series. They have the Tomb Kings books. It really depends on what you're interested in. You guys are going to love this build, though. It's great. Had a German Shepherd that betrayed me for a girlfriend despite having had him for 3 years. It stings the heart. He was a mama's boy. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Wookie was more of a nurgling. Yeah, he was very small. So he was definitely more nurgling. Oh, you just started reading the Horus Heresy books? Aren't there like 100 of those? Oh my god. It's insane how much literature there is. Alright, so we went with the badass Chosen of Tzeentch build, which is just so fun, with Festus. And Festus is going to be teamed up with the Mutalith Vortex Beast. So we have double Mortis Engine here. We have our Horse Masters who are going to go up and grab the objectives. We'll just go grab the side one here. And then we'll contest the middle, and we're going to send one Marauder over to the side as well. And that's basically it. Let me redo the hotkeys. Alright. And it's time. Let's have some fun, man. Let's party. Let's get in there and grind. We got the big Chosen. Currently, yeah, well, everything's looking pretty good. 10 units. So the Chosen are good against Fiends, and they're also good against the Slaanesh Infantry, because they do magic damage and have anti-large, so I like that. For the rest of the army, what do we have? We have, yeah, Summoners of Rage are actually very good in this matchup. We have Chaos Knights. I think did we get Mark of Tzeentch? Yeah, we did. A couple Chaos Warriors, one Armored Troll just to give some punch. And yeah, it's go time, man. I got rid of the screen blocker, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. My opponent still setting up. But yeah. Man, it sucks that Subutai dropped, as well as if Prepare for the Bear wins, maybe. Yeah, our tiebreakers got killed. Damn shame. Damn shame, Jimmy. Alright, let's move up there, do this, and what are those? Exalted Demonettes. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. The Chosen versus the Exalted Demonettes. Like, I have Mortis Engine, right? So let's go ahead and turn on the Mortis Engine out of the gates. We grab the side objective, and we're going to need to reinforce that. So what do we want to call in here? Are those Chaos Knights? No, those are just Marauder Horsemen. Okay. So we get up on this point, and we have the Muty Beast. My opponent can play the side objectives pretty well, though, so it's a little scary. We got to watch out. Oh, that's right. The Rampage. Ooh, the Fascination. It might have been a little bit early. No, they're still going to die, probably. They do at least get a charge before they go. All right, so let's get the Chosen on this objective. Let's do this. Get the Mutalith Beast on there. We are going to be losing one unit to the dreaded Rampage there. And then out of this side, what do we want to call in? Let's call in a couple Marauders. Send those guys up to this point. Pull you guys back. And we do lose one Horseman, but at least he did a little bit of damage before he died. You know, it wasn't the end of the world. All right, let's get you back. There's no sense in just sacrificing you. And now we can get a Horseman here. Do we want to? I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we're up on the point. We have the Mutalith Beast. You guys are all there. Muty Beast can pull back and regenerated shields. Marauders are just kind of getting karate chopped here. Let's go get some throwing weapons. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of skirmishing there. And we'll get you out here. Put you in control group 3. And there's a chance we just kind of lose a unit every time, you know, that he does that. It's pretty hard to play around. That's for sure. And what do we have? Devoted Marauders? Okay, hopefully we can overwhelm them. His units are a little bit beat up, but we are going to need to move this way. So we're going to bring these guys across. We're going to leave Festus here. And you guys come here. Let's get a little bit of poke there. Put you in control group 4. Take 3 over here. Do this. And great. All right. So now as far as the high ground point goes, we are going to get a little bit of momentum there. Festus is just going to be chilling out over here. And we get the Mutalith Beast in there. Great, great. So that's what we want. And it looks like there is going to be a fight here now. So we're going to try and get Festus over here. And we do have him engaging against the Mortis Engine, which is potentially good for us, right? All right, let's get another one of you guys. Put you in group 3, pull you back. And the Chosen Halberds can engage here. Let's pull you back this way. Yeah, Muty Beast is doing good. Festus is going to get in. We're going to use a heal on you. And we do get Rampage there, which feels bad, but it is what it is. And those are going to be what? Seekers of Slaanesh? Okay. Infantry should trade okay into those. So throwing weapons and throwing weapons there. Festus and company, if we can get down these Exalted Demonettes, that's going to be pretty sweet. Let's get you guys back this way. And as far as the Speedy Boys go, they didn't do too much. We do have the capture weight advantage there, so let's just keep kiting this way. Call you down under that way. And keep pulling back. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to escape. It's hard. Definitely has been tricky so far. All right, so we Mortis Engine those guys down. Let's go ahead and switch on to the healing elixirs. And then we need to rotate back to the middle. Those demons are very, very low, so they're getting beat up. We rotate and we start pressing the top point. As far as call-ins go, Summoners of Rage would probably be my next pick. Yeah, and the Chosen have almost gotten it. Let's get you back on the point here. Very, very hard to deal with that Rampage. Very, very difficult. Okay, so we've gotten him down a little bit. And the Mortis Engine is draining these guys down, but is it going to be enough? I don't know. The other Chosen are just fighting on the point, and we got the Exalted Demonettes back here with our big scary demon. So let's keep pulling you guys back this way. So we're going to try and lure them back. It looks like that's a Narcissism, so let's go ahead and get the Chaos Knights and get them coming up here. So these are Chaos Knights of Tzeentch. should be pretty good in this situation, especially if we get a couple Hound units called in, right? All right, so Festus is hanging out down here. He's a little bit surrounded by his demonettes, so we need to get him a little bit of milk. We could use a Rancid on them, but I think just using a Fleshy on the big beastie is going to be more important. So let's get him back this way. And now the Chaos Knights have engaged. Let's get a Hound unit on the back. It's always very good to just kind of surround and poke here. Let's get you poking here, get you guys around the back, and then Hounds can circle in. Festus and company are anchoring well, and we did manage to get the big beastie away. Let's turn on the Mortis engine. Should help, and get into combat here. If we can win this big fight back here decisively, like trap Azazel too, that would be pretty MLG, and maybe a way back in the game. So I do feel like as it currently stands, we're in a bit of a losing situation. We do have the double Mortis here, which is doing a little bit of work, but let's get these Hounds. Hounds can go there. Muty Beast is hanging in there, and we do manage to start crumping the middle out. Throwing weapons are doing their thing. Wow, how did those Chaos Knights break there? What the hell? Oh man, I guess those Fiends just trade so good. Oh my god, I really thought I was going to win that. I was like, there's no way I'm going to lose this fight, but I guess I did. Mutalith Beasts trying it out. We are going to get the middle back, so we do manage to catch one of the Horseman units. I guess we're just in big trouble now, right? We're in big old trouble. Let's do the healing elixirs. Muty Beast can come back to the middle. Oh my god, those Fiends actually won that fight. Are you serious? That's insane. Okay, I thought I was going to win that one. That is not good. We needed to win that. We needed to win that. Okay, so coming back here, we do have the middle objective. Let's get you on these horsemen here. Let's get you and you back. The backside point is a little bit vulnerable. We could send some Chaos Warriors up there, but that was a mistake. Chaos Warriors are just so haggard here. They're going to be terrible in this matchup, so that was definitely a blunderoo. Let's get you here. Let's get you here. Helping out. Chaos Knights of Tzeentch have returned. Somehow Palpa Knights have returned. Let's get them into these guys, and maybe we can try and finish off these Fiends. Could call in a Hound unit, but I don't think it's worth. I'm pretty behind in value, but remember, I do have healing. So there is that, and I still have Festus, a Mutalith Beast, and a Chosen, so we have some good units. Let's go ahead and unsummon these beat ones here, and we need to just make our way over to this point for now. Festus can hang here with the Chosen Halberds, and you guys can come back this way. Chaos Knights almost got those Fiends down, not quite. Let's go healing elixirs. Heal those guys up, and let's get you Hounds back this way. We have some Chaos Knights moving, and what's that going to be? That's going to be a lot of anti-armor. So we need to just run into the corner to try and drag them out to the Shadow Realm here. Let's get you in, pull these Hounds back. Festus is going to need to hang out in the middle. And what is that? That is Seekers of Slaanesh. Do I have any fast units I can call in to help? Not really, to be honest. It's just all bad. Yeah, I mean, the Summoners of Rage are like 1,000 gold away. I don't know if I can afford to just give that engagement away there. That's going to be really hard. All right, Seekers are coming across. Muty Beast is chasing. It's going to need to heal, though. We need to pull that thing back. We are down in value, but remember, I have a lot of healing. I have a ton of healing, so there is that we maybe have a sliver of hope in that regard. Maybe, like, yeah, Valkia again would have been a good choice here. At least we have the middle. Those Hounds are broken. Muty Beast is getting a fat heal, so we're just going to pull it away from the Horsemen. The Chaos Warriors, yeah, as expected, getting dunked on. I think we need Summoners of Rage. Yeah. I know, Azazel lived. He did. I needed to win that fight. That was like the game-altering fight, I think. But he was able to win it out, which was pretty solid for him. Hound units got hunted. They're still getting chased. Let's just run to the corner here. Our poor Chaos Warrior. I knew that as soon as I clicked that button, I knew that was a mistake. I was like, ooh, this is not good. We're going to feel that one in the morning. Summoners of Rage is like a swing back piece, maybe. So yeah, we're going to try it. We still have a very healthy Chosen. And the big Mutalith Beast is also in good shape. So let's call you in. Let's get Summoners of Rage heading that way. And we're going to get the Chosen. Do we waddle with the Chosen alone? It's a little bit dangerous. Festus definitely will get sniped by Azazel if we leave him alone. But I think we just play down here. I think it's our only chance. Okay, Muty Beast is just going to eat these shafts to the face. We're going to try and juke a little bit. And do we move this way and try and consolidate? We need to get a point before it becomes triple cap, you know? We do have Hound call-ins. All right, that's good. So let's see if we could get a fight with these guys here. All right, Exalted Demonettes are going. So we're going to leave Festus as well as the Chosen here and hope they can hold and pull everybody else this way. All right, so we're moving. We're grooving. We have Hound call-ins. Double Seekers. My opponent's army very expensive right now. He's got a lot of good stuff. And the only really counterplay we have is the Hounds. Yeah, no, we've lost. I mean, we still have a lot of value on the battlefield, but it's too slow to contend with his mobility. That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, my build is very elite, you know. It was going to pay the troll toll at some point here. So he's going to take the fight here, actually. So that's okay. We can go ahead and get in with you guys and try and force a blob fight here. Summoners of Rage will do very well. But yeah, the question is, Acquiescence is pretty good. The Muty Beast is Mortis engineering a lot down. Summoners of Rage do not have their Chain Lightning. And this is kind of like our big final fight here. If we lose this one like crushingly, we're just going to go ahead and probably leave. I think he'll have gotten the W. We probably needed like a home field objective for this to work, you know? Muty Beast is at 2,000 value. Not bad, honestly. It's doing reasonably well. Festus is waddling over. I do have a Rancid Visitations. That fight did not go well. Seekers have gotten it done. I have a Fleshy. What can I heal? Summoners of Rage are broken, but yeah, overall, we just didn't have the right build for this. He didn't play traditional Slaanesh or old school, which is like Hellscourge spam. It was just all armor-piercing demons. Yeah, that was hard. It's hard. It feels hard to win that one. I don't know how to go about that. Let's Rancid that. GG, well played. Yeah, he played very well. Classic, good Slaanesh play. Very, very good. So Mutilate Vortex Beast is at 2,600. Hey, at least that thing paid for itself. The Chosen were probably a little bit ambitious. They would just like couldn't really be anywhere to be significant, like or you know engaged. Let's get a couple Marauders out here as well. Okay, let's get the double Marauder core up there. Festus is draining. The Chosen are nibbling through the Marauders here. Yeah, Chosen. What kind of value do we have on them? 800 value so far. Not bad. Obviously, Festus is going to lose horribly to Azazel in combat. These guys should be broken here. So let's move you guys in to help. Is there any opportunity to ninja the back point? We can do like a surprise ninja in the fourth quarter here. The Chosen are grinding. We're fighting it out with Azazel. Let's go healing elixirs now. He gets routed there. So we need to save up 800 for this. 950 actually would be the ambush on the back point. All right, so you guys keep going. Chosen, what kind of value did we get from them? I think my build's outdated, man. It did not feel good. All right, so we're gonna go ninja that. Festus is still there. He's silenced. Oh, that's right. There's a silence there. That's pretty cool. How are the Chosen doing value-wise? That's what I'm most interested in. 1,100. That's really not doing it. That's really not doing it. Yeah, that ain't the job. We can call in one more mobile piece, but we do manage to get that side objective. Marauders are still bumping up. But yeah, a wider build would have been better here because Seekers aren't good against like chaff. The Chosen just got outmaneuvered, and our build was too mouth-breathy. We had to play more mobile against them. Healing elixirs are, of course, healing the Chosen up, who've gotten 1,200 value now. Up to the fight you go, and up to the fight. Let's get you guys in there. Maybe we could stabilize something. We do manage to steal that side point. And up here in the middle, let's get some more Marauders. Yep, you guys start moving for that, and then we can collapse down. Yeah, like just baseline Marauders seem to be like some of our best trading tools this game. Chosen at 1,200 value, that's really a lackluster performance for sure. Especially for your Marks of Chaos, because they're so valuable here. How'd Festus do value-wise with his Mortises? Oh man, Festus was terrible. 340 value. GG. Dude, what a massacre. Holy shit. Okay, well, we learned our lesson. That's one way to get the rest off. Let me message my opponent. GG, well played. All right. And yeah, also since last time I played that matchup, the Exalted Demonettes have been buffed. They got all those demon infantry got buffs. So we got to go back to the drawing board on that. That's for damn sure. All right, guys, GG, well played. So now we went 2-2, not bad. It's time for the top four. So let's go ahead and see if we're there yet. Festus did really bad there. He did. So let's turn this into an educational thing for us. So now that we are more aware of the current meta, how would we change it? So probably, honestly, Archie seems like he might be good. Burning Head against demons and Spirit Leech seems very strong. He does magic damage and fire damage. Put him on a horse, cut these abilities, and I legitimately think Combat Archaeon would be very, very good. All right, so baseline Marauder trash, and then probably max of Poke. Then we need something. It's so hard to deal with those damn Fiends, man. Those things are just a nightmare. Summoners of Rage, probably in the opening build, just so we don't, want for them so much. Aecold could be good. Definitely a Nurgle Sorcerer in reserve, because Archaeon could get beat up and or sniped, so we need to have that. That's like the tech we've been using all day. And then we need to use a little bit of their own magic against them, probably. Probably some Hellstriders of Slaanesh to try and contest the mobility game. Cut one of you. We don't have enough for the Aspiring Champion, sadly, so that's not going to happen. Yeah, just base Marauders all day. There's like bringing any armor there is just stupid. I was kind of stuck in a mindset of like Hellscourge spam, which is such an old meta that nobody does anymore, right? I mean, it still exists, but they got nerfed. The Mutilith Beast, like you can't give up that much agency there. I still like the Chaos Knights, even though they did get dicked by the Fiends. I feel like having one maybe isn't bad. Okay, so let's get some aspiring champions. Although they get probably killed by the demons pretty quickly. Great Open Marauders, not so much. You could just go Forsaken. And then Aecold, yeah, we've used all our marks, so let's cut one mark and maybe get Aecold as our first call in here. Aecold Hellbrass, he'll be very good at cutting through demons. Okay, let's get a couple of Horsemasters. Probably got to utilize Horsemen a lot. The Cockatrice could be fun. What about a Cockatrice? It's like a magic damage beast, right? And it can trade well into the Seekers as well as the Fiends, probably. Although, I suspect it could just be lackluster and you're going to be disappointed by it. Yeah, Ben, you said you went 1-3 with Warriors of Chaos. Yeah, they're a weak faction. Warriors of Chaos are definitely weaker than like Slaanesh and Nurgle and Khorne. But they're fun and dynamic. You can do a lot with them, which is part of the spice. Definitely don't bring Soul of Damnation. Hounds are still useful, even if they don't beat a lot of stuff. It's nice to have that fast like reinforcement in a Forsaken piece. For the remainder of this army here, what do we want to call in? Could get like a throwing axe in there or something. Yeah, it's like an awkward amount of money to have left. I guess just Great Open, whatever. Yeah, this build feels exponentially better. Exponentially better. Okay, cool. So we've learned our lesson, and well played. My opponent played super well. Incredibly clean micro, and very, very good speedy play. I like big anti-large SEMs against Slaanesh. Well, that's more of a land battle mindset. I think in Dom, they can play the objectives. Like, if that were a land battle, I might have won it, right? Because he would have had to come into my double Mortis Engine blob. But in this game mode, in Dom, it's very different. Like, you can't just sit in a box and wait for your opponent to attack you. Okay, refreshing. Okay, 2 games left. Professor Pwn versus Hitman Hippo. What the hell? Hitman Hippo. Have you not won a game today? What are you playing? You won a game. Okay, him and Pwn both won 1 game. Undefeated players. Let's take a look at the bracket so far and see who's going to be in the finals here. And let's go to this and take a look. Okay, so outer region undefeated, B6 undefeated. Harrison has a strong tiebreaker. Alexander's tiebreaker is pretty strong. Solisara has, that's the player we just played. I don't think they're going to make it unless one of their tiebreakers is really strong. So it looks like we have our top 4. So outer region is playing Empire, I think. And B6, I don't know what B6 is playing. Let's go take a look. I'll read off the likely top 4 here. Okay, so for the top 4, what do we have? We have High Elves in top 4. We have, what is Harrison playing? High Elves, Skaven. Skaven bringing it up here. Empire, and I don't know who the other player's playing. I don't see him here, so we'll get to that when we do. Yeah, pretty fun little top 4 though, ladies and gentlemen. All right, refreshing, and now it is soon to be time. Oh, B6 has a ghost point. Sounds good. I'll fix that. Checking here. Oh, it's because one of B6's opponents dropped. Yeah, okay. They lost to Harrison. Thank you. Thank you for catching that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wonder about like a big scary greater demon, like Bellicor or something against Slaanesh. Probably not. He's just going to get rampaged and then probably surrounded by fiends and die. That would be my concern. So the Slaanesh player might actually make it. Yeah. We'll fix it. All right, we're fixing it. No problemo. Slaanesh might make it. They might squeak their way into the top 4. Coming back to that, I don't think I've seen a Skaven. Skaven have won SFT, I think. I remember them winning one like a month or 2 ago. Thanks for hosting today, Turin. I've been taking notes on the playability. I really like the Everchosen map. It's hilarious. I know it's like a big jarring change for a lot of people who aren't used to it, but it's a fun one to throw in the mix. Yeah, it's like if you only have a couple minutes left and you need to get a tourney done fast, you know, you just throw that map in there. Yeah, it's true. You could bring Pavane as well. Yeah, that's right. Walk has a lot of tricks. Okay, we have Opal Black Bear and okay, B6 I think still has a stronger tiebreaker. Yeah, it looks like the Skaven are probably still going to make it, although this last game is a determining factor. We have tiebreakers at stake, so just give it another minute here. What games you guys been playing? Is there any sweet strategy games you guys would recommend? I know I've heard some talk about Sins of a Solar Empire. My only concern with Sins of a Solar Empire is that it's probably not very fun to watch from what I've seen. Like Age of Mythology is so like epic in scale and conflict. Outer Region use triple net. Yeah, I mean triple net is good, but it also has its weaknesses. It's hard, but you know it's not unbeatable. Outer Region's an extremely good player too. Like he makes it work. If like the average player tries triple net builds, they're not going to make it work. You need to be pretty good. Age of Mythology is so fun. Yeah, you played in our FFA last night, Harrison. Yeah. Outer Region loves the net play, but I think who was it? It's is it Serkia, who's like the Dark Lord of it? He was playing like Null and Ironsides with like triple net before it was popular. Yeah. Okay. Sins, if you're on chat and mic, play at 1.5 speed. Yeah, maybe Sins of a Solar Empire could be fun if we played at a higher speed. Yeah, so it looks like our top 4 is developing. All right. I've been playing the beta for Northgard's new update coming out soon and having fun. Would recommend it if you want a very different RTS with strong Viking aesthetic. Yeah, I think I saw Grubby playing that. That came out a while ago, right? I have a demon here of corn. I can't figure. Are you talking about your dog? You have a corn flesh hound? Yeah, Age of Mythology rules. That game is so freaking fun. Hopefully we'll get a Total War update sometime in the next few months. I feel like it's been forever, right? Is this the biggest lapse we've had in between update cycles or content cycles? I think it is. Like before, it felt like back to back between Thrones of Decay and the Tzeentch DLC. It felt like that was really fast. They were probably trying to make up for the terrible update, but yeah, now it feels like it's just been a dry spell. Ah, same company that did Dune Spice Wars. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Okay, let's see if they're done. I know we do need some new love. We need some new action, Harrison. All right. We have our top games. Outer Region, Alexander, Harrison, and B6 are going to be our players. Let's go ahead and advance to the top 4. It is go time. Dynasty Warriors? Are you joking, Pwn? Or is that like, is there a new one coming out? Remember the original one was pretty cool. Finalized tournament. Oh man, an Undead like Nagash update with like FLC for like Tomb Kings and for Vampire Coast would be like just power fantasy. That'd be so good. Those factions haven't gotten any love. And Tomb Kings are missing units. They're missing the yeah, you could do, there's a couple named characters they're missing in, I believe, 2 or 3 units. Harrison, Outer Region. Okay, so we have B6 versus Harrison. And Outer Region versus Alexander Nuts, which I think I want to watch that one. That sounds like it's going to be really sweaty. Let me get Outer Region's lobby code. So we're in top 4 now. We're in the end game. Lobby code, please. Here we go. I know, the Chinese Pantheon. Yeah, that looks awesome. For Age of Mythology. Super hyped about that. Almost squeaked in with the Tomb Kings. If you lose in the first round, it seems like, oh, it's not impossible. It's just harder, you know? Yeah, it's just harder. I've submarined into the top 4 plenty of times. Plenty of times. All right. Very cool. So Alexander has sent me the lobby code. So High Elves versus Empire. This is an interesting matchup. All right, let's spectate that bad boy, and here we are. Thank you guys for your patience. It is time. The Sons of Sigmar. Oh, it's the Pit of the Everchosen, which is going to be fun because it's 2 factions that just, you know, they're both kind of ranged factions, so it just kind of evens it all out, to be honest. The Empire is probably just going to have like a land ship and, you know. Oh, yeah, dude, let's go. Let's freaking go. CA doesn't like Undead. They never touch him. I know, I'm kind of starting to think that a little bit, right? Like, the Undead haven't gotten anything in ages. Yeah, in ages. All right, well, let me know who you guys think is going to win. Semi-final match. The winner is going to be going on to the grand final. Should be a good fight. And on the bottom side, we have Skaven playing against... what was Harrison playing as? Let me go ahead and check. Skaven versus Harrison. I know he's a Chaos enjoyer. He likes his Chaos. I don't see him here. He's around here somewhere. Probably missing him. Had a couple Khorne players signing up today. Khorne is freaking awesome. Such a fun faction to play. All right. No problem. That's great, Nicholas. My mind says Empire, but my heart says for Ulthuan. How dare you? How dare you? You've turned against your own people. Lord Garithos was right, you know. There's all these treacherous humans out here siding with elves. Vampire Coast and Tomb Kings are both DLC. We don't need to update those. Yeah, I mean, Tomb Kings, like, I don't think they need, like, a full DLC, but just giving them an FLC would be enough, probably. Like, you add Nagash to the game, maybe do, like, a sub-faction for him. I don't know how you're going to do that. And then, you know, give the Vampire Counts and Tomb Kings and Vampire Coast a couple new units each, respectively. That would be really cool. Just like a full undead, like, oh, man, if that launched on Halloween, that would just be the most hype thing ever. The last time any undead race got anything was the second Warhammer DLC back in 2017. Oh, 7 years ago. I was actually just in Poland. Yeah, I was there recently. I was in with my lovely wife. We went and went to Krakow. We went to Weliczka. We went to the Krakow Castle. We spent some time in Warsaw. Well, not in the Warsaw area, I suppose. In the countryside. It was a great time. Had an absolute blast. You debated somebody at a GameStop the other day about who is cooler, Sigmar or the God Emperor. Oh, that's an interesting one. I mean, it really comes down to preference. I think Sigmar is if you're talking Warhammer Fantasy Sigmar, I think he's the GOAT, you know? He's so cool. He's just like a Conan type character. Like Sigmar, like the early humans at Sigmar United were more like barbarian tribes, sort of, in terms of their aesthetic. Not like Norsca quite, but you know. Yeah, they were awesome. And you know, he created you know, the God Emperor, I mean, in 40K, I mean, yeah, he definitely caused a lot of drama with the, well, I mean, just the Emperor. Caused a lot of drama with the heresy and, you know, not managing his children very well. And, you know, now he just eats psychers for breakfast. It's, you know, a little scary. Oh, you got to have some pierogi? Hirako? Nice, dude, nice. Okay, wow, look at this build. That's a Penta Lothern Seaguard build. It looks like he's doing the same build that I brought, or that he brought against me, more or less. A little different. I mean, but he has the same core. He's got the Star Dragon and Eltharion. We got Boris, Burning Headcaster, 2 Knights of the Black Rose, and the Black Lion Arawar War Wagon. All right. Sign me up. Have I seen the Dancing Polish Cow meme? Of course I have. Yeah, I'm pretty well versed in Polish meme culture, actually. Yeah. Big E was just a bad dad. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for such an omnipotent, you know, being who's been like alive for, you would think that the Emperor would have better like interpersonal skills and managerial skills, having been alive literally since like antiquity. But he just like couldn't manage these personalities of like 18 people, right? Or 20 people, how many ever Primarchs there are. Yeah. All right, guys. The battle is soon to be on. Taking a look at the build of Alexander, he is going to be rocking Lothern Seaguard, which have some applications against Empire. They're really good at shooting State Troopers and Empire missiles, and also durable against Cav with anti-large. We got Eltharion and a Star Dragon here, and on the flanks, it's going to be some Silver Helms. For Outer Region, he's got a State Trooper battle line, Halberds and Spears, the Black Lion Arawar, a Burning Headcaster, which is going to be God tier. If he can get any Burning Heads down the line on these guys, that's just going to be a huge game winner if he gets a couple good ones, right? Knights of the Black Rose are okay here. They, of course, can kill infantry, but yeah, we'll see how they do here. I mean, they could probably still kill a Lothern Seaguard. With the anti-infantry and the 120 armor, I think they could endure and push and cause quite a bit of havoc. So we will have to see. Yeah, this is a pretty fun map. It's definitely wild. It is a Star Dragon. It's the same thing that beat me earlier. Alexander and I had a very fun game, and he got me with his dreaded Star Dragon, so it looks like it's his signature. Yes, yes. All right, guys. The battle is on, and yeah, you can see, like, you don't have to Mortal Kombat right away, right? Like, you can just play the objectives and play sideways a little bit, and that looks like that's what Outer Region's going to be doing. But, man, he's going to be getting peppered by arrows. The Elves immediately unleashing a torrent of fire, and it looks like he's going to be rushing the side objective. But what is Alexander going to do as counterplay? Is he going to go for the back point? Who knows? So Toddy does come over here. The Empire is going to be moving its entire army this way, but it looks like the Elves, are they going to make a play for this? I don't know. On the backside, we do see some Spearmen called in by Alexander. And now we have the Black Lions, ROR, blasting Eltharion in the face. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Fire, reload, fire, but Eltharion the Grim, he's weathering it. Apotheosis is active. He's going to get one more volley probably. Nope, looks like he switched. And Boris Todbringer is going to be going. Big burning head going down. Uh-oh. And then the Knights of the Black Rose are going to be charging in. Alexander a little bit out of position. The Sons of Sigmar moving in. And I think they might be able to edge it out. We'll have to see. They, of course, can do some work. The Black Lions are fleeing the scene, and there's going to be some Empire Knights sent after Eltharion the Grim. State Troopers going to be rerouted. Oh, man, Alexander with the huge breath attack that changes the momentum of that battle. That was clutch. Because those Knights of the Black Rose, you could see they're actually doing pretty well, but the one of them, that's just like 1,000 gold instantly dead. And now Alexander is going to be going for the kill here against the Bright Wizard and is going to be potentially getting that kill. I think we could be seeing a very quick win here for Alexander. If he's able to get this Bright Wizard, take the magic away from Outer Region. Outer Region is also having trouble protecting his Black Lions. Now, the Empire is one of the best factions in the game at usually protecting its gun line between their nets and a couple other tricks they have. But here, it seems like he's really, really struggling. Boris Todbringer getting some terror routes in. We do see the other Knights of the Black Rose still functioning and doing quite well here. The Bright Wizard has been pretty lucky to dodge some of the attacks from the Star Dragon. If this was tabletop Warhammer, he would be dead already. On the backside, the Empire is at risk of losing its objective. Silverhelms and Lothern Seaguard are coming in, and Outer Region does respond with some floppy hats of doom. So the Great Swords of Sigmar are going to be advancing out of the tree line, heading over to Objective 2 right now and trying to grab that bad boy. In the meantime, on the high ground, this is a good position. We now have the Black Lion sitting up on the hill, and this is where they can accrue good value. Need to see something like Silver Bullets to just put some pressure on these flying monsters in case they try and dive you. Todbringer and the cavalry are pulling the value back, and now, though Alexander did have a bit of a lead, it looks like that lead may be diminished a little bit. I do like this a lot, though, pulling Eltharion away from the side fight and then moving over here to assist on holding this objective, I think is a good play. So we got Empire Knights being called in, Great Swords, of course, chewing through these Silverhelms, a little bit of archer play as well. Looking at the objectives right now, Objective 3 is currently owned by the Sons of Sigmar. Objective 2 also owned by the Empire, but is in flux. It looks like the Empire might be able to get this one back. Now, where are the War Wagons? War Wagons are in a little bit of danger here. We do see them fleeing from some Reavers who were called in. Now, we do have some basic state troopers, going to be some Spearmen with shields, and the Black Lions are going to be hustling over this direction. This map is such a chaotic map. It's really chaotic, which I think is fun. It's such a nice change of pace. Makes the fight very, very wild. Yes, and we do see the Star Dragon getting nuked from orbit here. So the Star Dragon is going to be blasted, and Boris Todbringer, the Elector Count of Midland, is going to be doing his best to fight back against the terror that is the Star Dragon here. And the Black Lions, you know, pretty good against SEs. You know, Hellblasters can do work against infantry and SEs, just like in tabletop. They're pretty good against a multitude of targets. My tournament Empire list, I run 2 Hellblasters, 2 cannons usually. It's a very nice combo. On the backside objective, though, we do see the Empire holding it, but the High Elves, from their point, because everyone has points all around the map, it is absolute chaos. They call in the Fireborn, and the Fireborn arrive, and they crush the Empire Knights. The Knights of the Empire are no match for the Fireborn, a very, very scary unit. And Great Swords do have some AP, but Eltharion the Grim is going to cause quite a bit of havoc here. And now we see the Toadbringer coming. Halberd spam would be very, very good. If the Empire has more Halberds, that would be a really, really good call in here. On the other side, you have the Knights of the Black Rose coming back, couple state troopers versus Lothern Seaguard. The Empire holding onto this objective very firmly, so I think Objective 3 is pretty safe here. We do see Outer Region with a bit of a points lead, but I think that the forces of Ulfwand are going to have a bit of an advantage here. We do see Boris Todbringer fleeing the scene, being chased back by the Fang Sword of Eltharion. And does he have Tempest? He does not have Tempest. That would have been pretty brutal if he could get that right there. A couple state troopers coming in. We do see grenade launchers for Outer Region. The Fireborn are getting a nice heal right here, and we do see the Mistwalker's Barrage from Eltharion tickling the pickle of these Halberdiers. In the meantime, Fireborn pushed through on top of the grenade launchers, and there are going to be some Empire Knights called in to try and countercharge them. Great Swords will kill a couple of the Dragon Princes. You know, they do have AP, but their stats aren't great without their bonus versus infantry. Toadbringer is going to be fleeing, and as far as the back objective goes, looks pretty stable for the Elves. I don't think the Empire has too many plays for getting that. I think the Empire's path to victory is just securing Objective 2 and, of course, securing this side objective here. The Chad Dragon has found the Mage, I believe. So the Bright Wizard is very close to dying. The Star Dragon's been hunting him, but classic Total War pathing has been saving him a little bit. Couple Spears going to be moving in, and we do have Eltharion the Grim battling it out versus the Toadbringer. But Toadbringer does have help now. He's got some state troopers. However, there are some Reavers nearby as well. And is the Toad going to be staying in this fight? Nope, looks like he's going to leave. I believe Eltharian's stats are quite a bit better. 56-44 against 47-45. Yeah, so Eltharian typically would probably win that duel if he's allowed to use his magic. Otherwise, Toddy might win just with healing. And now the Star Dragon has gotten the job done. So the Bright Wizard's off the table. That's going to be taking away a massive element of Outer Region's army, which is the Burning Heads. And the Fireborn are just causing a ton of havoc here. We do see the Black Lion ROR trying to run away. If this unit goes down, that probably would be a potential GG situation if it gets fully wiped out. That's a 1900 gold unit, and the Fireborn are just all over that. But there's 2 Empire Knights hot on the tail of the Fireborn, so maybe they'll be able to stabilize it. We do see 1 wagon actually go down here, and the Star Dragon is still very healthy, and so too is Eltharian. And now, this is the correct play from Alexander, is going for this objective. Trying to backcap your opponent is definitely, I mean, it's doable on this map, but I really like just kind of holding down your home objective here and this objective and just cackling all the way to the bank. So Rangers are a hardcore counter against State Troopers. They have a good enough stat line, physical resist to mitigate the pitiful damage of State Troopers, and they do have a bonus versus infantry as well. So the Rangers are going to wreck these Halberdiers pretty damn hard, but the Grenades of Sigmar certainly getting some work done. Oh my god, the burst damage. Yeah, grenades are excellent against those type of units. So the grenade launcher is going to be trying to stabilize. The Black Lions are desperately being microed. Outer Region definitely has some of the better micro out there, but Alexander Nuts has really good micro as well. It's pretty god tier. So the Spearmen do stabilize the Black Lions. Okay, Black Lions might actually come back and have some impact on this game. And the side objective has been held by the Empire. The grenade launchers got the job done, and the Knights of the Black Rose, who probably were called out of the flanks here, got it done as well. Empire Knights surging from the trees for Sigmar, and they do run down those Reavers, so this is an advantage for the Empire, of course. Reavers have very little damage output against armor, so they're going to suffer. The Fireborn are nearby. Maybe Toadbringer can go after them. But the Black Lions are back, and this is a big deal. They're going to just tear apart these Rangers. And the Greatswords, even in their tattered state, and they would lose to Rangers, but might be able to put some work down on them. We'll have to see. So the Black Lions in range. They do have the sight set on the Rangers. They're going to be shooting them. The Empire State Troopers are holding valiantly. The Rangers are a good counter against them, like I said, but the grenades were able to get their clutches on them. 1 unit of the Knights of the Black Rose being surrounded and killed, but it looks like Toddy and company are holding on pretty well here. The Sigmarites rushing in to help their brothers against the Elves. They got their pointy sticks, and Hans and Rudolph certainly going to be putting some work in as the Fireborn are forced to retreat. Still pretty healthy, though. The Apotheosis keeping them going. But many of the Fireborn models are trapped by these Knights of the Black Rose, and that's going to be a hard one for Alexander to escape. He's going to be having to force click that for sure. Burning Head coming down for the Empire. It looks like they resummoned another Bright Wizard, so the other his cousin came out of reserve and was able to get a good Burning Head there. You know, the solo Bright Wizard's pretty cheap. He's only like, 6, 7, maybe even like 500-600 gold. Empire does have very cheap wizards, just like in tabletop. Rangers to the backside threatening this point. Outer Region's Halberdiers are going to potentially be folding up. The trade is going much better for the Elves. A couple of Spearmen called in, but yeah, it looks like Alexander might be able to get a ninja on this. He's threatening every point pretty well. I would say Alexander is pretty well ahead in this game overall, just like pure value-wise, because of the amount of healing he's done on these bad boys. He's certainly been cackling it up. Boris Todbringer battling against the Fireborn here in the woods with the Spearmen trying to accrue value, but the dreaded Star Dragon's coming. Ulthuan's mightiest creature. I can't tell you. One of my best pals, Andrew. I play Warhammer the Old World with him every week. He plays High Elves, exclusively. That's what he plays. And I have faced the wrath of his dreaded Star Dragon so many times. So many times. It certainly gives me flashbacks here. So the Empire's going to get routed. Fireborn are just absolute gigachads. 2,800 value. I mean, man. Talk about a massive power increase to the High Elves, right? Giving them that armor-piercing cav unit. That was like one of their big weaknesses, is that they didn't have an AP cav unit. But now that they do, it's such a game changer for those bad boys. Down on the low ground, we got Rangers hustling up towards Objective Dose, so they're going to be trying to cleave through the Sigmarites. We do see it in the clutches of the Empire, but it's in flux, I'm sure. Those Rangers are doing tons of good work. The Black Lions being allowed to live on the hill is pretty awesome for the Empire as well, though. They're going to be able to put some respectable damage onto the Silver Helms, and now we get some Knights of the Black Rose coming out and some Spearmen. As far as Objective 3 goes, Outer Region, despite being down on value, he is such a scrappy player. He's still managing to hold on to the objective. So the Spearmen are here. We do have the Outriders with grenade launchers coming in, but Reavers, like I said, a good counter against them. Can chase them down and do quite a bit of work. Star Dragon did some work in helping the High Elves win the forest engagement, but they're inevitably, well, not win, but hold. But the Spearmen, he doesn't want to be fighting Spearmen. Definitely needs to get on the point and do some big damage. Eltharian also probably needs to be fighting on an objective. And here we do see this one. Man, this is a close battle over here on this point. But if those are Empire heavy cav, Knights of the Black Rose are so clutch. Those guys are going to melt Rangers. They're like designed to kill Ranger units. Heavy armor mitigates the little damage Rangers do. And of course they have anti-infantry themselves. So man, outer region stabilizing this back objective is so incredibly good. The Star Dragon's going to be trying to get the Empire off this point, but the State Troopers are a little bit problematic. Not really a lot to kill them, as far as I can see. We do see Eltharion going after Boris Todbringer, trying to kill him to get the leadership debuff. A little bit of a rare miss micro here by outer region. He does allow some of his Outriders to be caught, but the Ulthuan Cav do manage to get some picks, but a couple of Halberdiers do pile in, should be able to pick off some models. And now more Reiksguard Knights coming down from the hill as well. Here they come. Oh yeah. The Reiksguard downhill charge for Karl Franz, for Midland, I guess, in this case. So let's give you guys a cinematic. Like, nothing looks cooler, man. Total War Warhammer is such a cool looking game. Like, where do you get that in an RTS game, right? These like huge heavy metal charges. It's like, despite the game being really like old at this point, it's what keeps it going. It's just like how awesome the battles look. Like, even just zoom in on like kind of a mundane fight here. Like, this is an awesome looking battlefield, right? You got these like kind of Baroque knights battling against these Elven Rangers, very Tolkien-esque. Yeah, it's awesome. But we do see Objective 2 being held by the Sons of Sigmar, and Objective 3 is held by the brave Reiksguard Knights. Boris Todbringer being hunted by the superior combatant, Eltharion the Grim, shouting orders to his state troopers to hold the line. Reinforcements are coming. As the Reiksguard surge down from the hills and prepare to do battle, we do have the Spearmen and the Empire Knights here in the woods, chasing down the remnants of the Fireborn, who finally have fallen. It took a million years to get those guys down. Looks like Toddy is going to be breaking. The Elves are going to have to triple cap, though. This is a hardcore triple cap situation, and I don't see them being able to do it quick enough. The value is, like, too close. Alexander's probably up by maybe, like, 800 to 1,000 value, but that's not enough to really crack it open. I mean, a lot of his army is tied up in these SEs that can't really contest the ground super well. Outer Region has done such a good job killing everything aside from the characters that he is, holding the objective super, super well. So fleeing over here, we got Reiksguard Knights battling Narnia Lions. That's going to be a hard fight for them. Granted, they do have some Spearman support. More Empire Knights are on their way in. What is the Empire going to be calling in next? On the backside, we do see Toadbringer. He's still fleeing. I think Eltharion is the same speed as him. Oh, yeah, Todbringer's wounded, right? So he gets slowed down. I like that change. That was a great change in Warhammer 3, the wound mechanic. I wish that existed in tabletop Warhammer Fantasy. In Old World, like, if dragons got wounded when they got injured, it'd make them much more fair. Like, if they lost attacks as they got wounded, that would be a pretty good way to change it. So, like, if you invest a lot of effort in hurting a dragon, like, the punchback won't be as bad. I think that would be very, very nice. So, the State Troopers and the Reiksguard Knights are holding back the hordes of the Elves. Here we see the Fireborn battling into the woods, or no, just Reavers versus Empire Knights. And Great Swords of Sigmar, the Floppy Hats of Doom. Another unit that I'm just immensely disappointed sucks in tabletop. Great Swords and infantry in general are just awful in tabletop. It just feels so bad to bring them every time, but yeah, in another life, maybe, in another life. So the Great Swords are going to be heading towards objective number 3, so they're going to be hustling for that one. And down here on the low ground, we have the Spearmen, preparing to do glorious battle with the War Lions of Krace. Hold, brothers! Hans and the boys, they're like, oh man, who would thought we'd have to fight lions today? But yeah, they're going to be having to duke it out with just straight up lions, which they will win. They have their spears and pointy sticks, so they will get it done. And with that, Outer Region clinches the victory. Surprised we didn't see Alexander leave, but he's a little bit focused on micro. This is obviously point of no return. And the Sons of Sigmar have done it for the Emperor, for Karl Franz, or I guess Todbringer. They're playing as Reichland, so it's, it's Franz, but you guys get the picture. All right. GG, well played. That was a fun one. And cool match. It looked like Outer Region was on the back foot, but he was able to really, really play the map super well. He had excellent cab plays. Knights of the Black Rose, despite having a bad opening, traded pretty damn well. That was a great freaking game, by the way. And let's see who is in the grand finals. All right, so we're going to go check that and report it and see who has made it to the finals. Epic indeed. The Empire holds. They do. All right, the other match is still going, so I'm just going to hang here with Outer Region. The finals map is going to be the Edge of the Darkwood, which is a classic map. But that was a really fun game. I love that map. It's a different take. Like, you don't have to fight right away. You can deploy on the back of your line and just run back and have, like, a more normal game. It definitely, though, turns off artillery play. Like, using artillery on that map is not really viable. So that's one thing it does change. Maybe a flame cannon could be viable, or, like, a short-range lobbing artillery piece. Like a Death Shrieker you could probably still pull off on that map. But, like, cannons and traditional artillery like that would probably be tough. Why called single faction tournament when there's a lot of faction involved? Good question, Sean. That's because players choose one faction and that's all they play the entire tournament, which has hands down been our most popular format. It's more beginner friendly. And on top of that, it's a way quicker format. You don't have to go through a whole pick and ban process. I personally think SFT is my favorite format. It's super fun. Yeah. So they're only allowed to play one faction the entire way through, bud. Yeah. All right. I'm just like pounding through these waters. I'm going to be right back. Grab one more. And the finals should be ready in a minute. I would imagine they're pretty damn close. We will get to the bottom of it. All right, we're back. It is time. Let us see if we have a deciding factor on the other side. Do we? Let's see what's cracking. Okay, we're still waiting. That was a great match, though, man. That was definitely really, really solid game between those two players. By the way, where's everybody from? I'm curious who tunes in these days. What country do you guys hail from? Where in the realm are we from? Let's see. I have a chance of beating players better than me by getting into one-sided matchup, which is really fun. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose, William. But I mean, yeah, it kind of averages out. You know, you get 4 random matchups. Sure, SFTs aren't the most competitive format in terms of like fairness because you can run into bad matchups, but I prefer it. I prefer SFTs. All right, let's bang off these countries. We got Sweden, we got Indiana, Canada, Hungary, Austria, Germany, Italy, Denmark, Sweden, Germany, Denmark. Okay, we're seeing a couple of countries repeating here. Midland, we got the Dutch, the English, Sweden, Portugal, Indiana. We got several people from Indiana here. Germany, Belgium, exiled in Sweden. Yeah, we're seeing a pattern here. Germany, Denmark, Pacific Northwest. I think that's what you're saying. Alaska. And the frozen north, eh? Pone's like, America. We got France, Poland, Hungary, UK. English, but I live in Spain. Argentina, North Carolina, US, Italy, Germany, Turkey. India. Nice, man. Nice. Love me some Indian food. As a matter of fact, your comment has inspired me to go get Indian food after this stream. Yeah, man. All's good. Uzbekistan. Cool, man. Yeah. Denmark, Czech Republic. That's a place my wife and we've been wanting to go to Czech Republic. She loves it. So we'll probably go there eventually. And also, I really want to go to Ireland. I have a lot of Irish ancestry, so I'd like to go there. Cześć from Poland. My Polish brothers. My wife says I'm honorary Polish, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Portland. Ah, yes. My wife, we were also thinking about moving to the Pacific Northwest just to get that cooler weather. EU West, it's midnight. Good time for a stream and chill. Yeah, it is, Mr. Soprano. Speaking of, The Soprano is such a good show. Such a good show. All right, we got, is it Empire versus Bretonia? We got Harrison in the finals. So this is an interesting matchup. It used to be, oh no, it's Nurgle. Okay, I know how to play this one. But it's a big open map. But this is definitely winnable for Nurgle. Let's see what the stats look like. So this matchup is a 50-50 matchup as of the stats right now. There's not a lot of games played, but it appears to be very even. If it's cooler weather, you're after. If it's cooler weather, you're after. Try Scotland. I was like having a stroke right there, man. I'm from Israel, but almost all of your blood is Polish. Man. Right on, man. Right on, Chom. Turns, you never had the makings of a varsity athlete. How dare you, dude? I was a varsity athlete. But that is a good meme, though. Yeah, I love that one. Sopranos is definitely one of the GOAT shows of all time, in my opinion. I love The Sopranos. It was kind of like an early archetype for like Breaking Bad too, right? Like you have this like this protagonist who like, you know, is a pretty like wretched person in many ways, but like you still kind of like are enjoying his presence. Of course, you see the pitfalls of the character, but I think Sopranos definitely opened the gateway for that kind of Breaking Bad aesthetic. And yeah, the acting was great in that show. There's so many good actors in The Sopranos. The only thing, like, the ending was all right. I don't know how much I like the ending. I mean, it wasn't like a bad one per se. Like there are some terrible endings, like Lost, for example. But yeah, I think that Sopranos ending was like it could have been a little bit more for me. I think, yeah, yeah. Tony Soprano, yeah. Ryan, why do you say that? You said eternal suffering in the Pacific Northwest. Why do you say that? Gabagool. Oh, yeah, the vampire counts. Yeah. The Wire. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen The Wire. That's crazy. That's like, I'm usually pretty up on TV and stuff, but The Wire is one show I haven't seen, so. Woke up this morning, get myself again. Yeah, the Sopranos theme. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, we all know Game of Thrones had a terrible ending. Game of Thrones was like probably one of the worst endings of all time. It was absolute trash. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a couple of renegades out there who like the Game of Thrones ending, you know. All right. Okay. But Game of Thrones was an amazing show. It was. Overall, like I think you got to look at it as like a grand scheme of things. Like Game of Thrones was like a god tier show. If it had stuck the landing and like had a good like ending, I think it would be considered like the one of the best shows of all time. It already like is in that kind of ballpark, but like it would just be like a top contender, you know? Yeah. Ah, I see, Ryan. Fair play. Okay. What about New York City? My dad is from New York City, actually. Yeah. Well, he grew up in upstate New York and then moved to the city when he was 18. So I definitely got some New York roots. Rent is a bit out of control. Oh man, you can't even talk to me about rent being out of control as someone who lives in California. Like even though Pacific Northwest rent is going up, it still pales in comparison to California, right? And on top of that, I mean, Pacific Northwest has a couple other perks too. Like you save quite a bit of money on the state taxes, right? Because the state income tax, I know you pay federal taxes there, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay state taxes there. I'm sure they make it back in other ways, maybe by like other taxes they have in the state, but like as somebody like I run my own business, right? I would probably save quite a bit of money moving up there. Bellingham. Okay, I'm gonna take a note of that. Bellingham. Maybe I'll become your neighbor. Who knows? Okay, like a coastal area. It's a coastal city in Washington near the Canadian border. Oh, it's a port for ferries to Alaska. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll check that out after the stream. Thank you. No state income tax in Washington. Yeah. Yeah, I love California. Like, it's my home, but it's like, man, it's too expensive. And like the prospect of buying a home out here is just like, it feels impossible. Not only are the interest rates super high, it's like 6%, but you know, the property value is like, it's cost like $1 million to get a shack in Southern California to live in like a shanty. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the grand finals. Enough ranting. It is going to be the Sons of Sigmar led by Outer Region, opening up with Marcus Wolfheart. So he's got Marcus, grenade launchers, which are great against the forces of Nurgle. Sterlin's Revenge, Free Company Militia, State Troopers, Luminarch, and triple net. Okay, so we got Marcus, we have a Temploff Luminarch, and we do have a Light Wizard. Okay, so it's very much like an isolate and snipe type of build. Looking at the forces of Harrison and the Plague God, it's going to be an infantry swarm, which makes sense. If your opponent's trying to snipe your big stuff, don't give them anything to snipe, go extremely wide. So we do have 1 million Pestigors. So Pestigors and Marauders, and it is going to be a Nurgle Sorcerer. He has the Miasma Pestilence as well as Stream of Corruption. So he's just going to be spamming cheap spells to get the army-wide heal. Does he have Children of Nurgle? He actually does not, which is very strange. With a mass infantry army, cutting Children of Nurgle, I think, is a huge, huge mistake here. So, yeah. It is time. So the battle's going to be on. The Wild Hogs are riding their motorcycles outside. Nurgle does have an ambush in the trees. The double Pestigor, which is going to be pressuring up on this point. Pestigors are okay in this matchup. I find that they downtrade into State Troopers, for their cost, but even though they will win 1-1, of course, against a baseline State Trooper. We've got a lot of Free Company Militia coming out. So the Militia have been called out from the war camp, and they're going to be running out with their pistols and their hats, looking super cool. You got to love Free Company Militia. Definitely one of the cooler looking units in the game. And here comes the old State Troopers. They arrived at the point. The Empire does own it. Oh, the Nurgle caster. He's getting Luminarched. Oh, you better get to the trees. Juke it. You got to dodge. Got to go back. Oh, he dodged too late. Oh, man. So the Luminarch of Heish putting the dunk on that Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, man. You have to see that coming. Like, just hide him in the trees, you know, or hide him behind a pillar or something. Like, hide him over here, like, come through here. Letting him get Luminarch like that is inexcusable for sure. But it's not game over. I mean, if that Nurgle Sorcerer rallies... Oh, my God, he got hit again on the way out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And now the Troll Toll is being paid. All right, so the Chaos Sorcerer, Lord of Nurgle, is running. Negative 42. He's been Luminarched in the face several times. That's pretty much the worst-case scenario for Harrison. Now, what Harrison needed to do was be more cautious and just hide in the trees and then build up more alpha striking. Against triple net, you want to get like 4 Furies and like several Hounds and then push all at once. It requires a lot of micro, but even somebody like Outer Region would probably struggle there. But the Empire is cackling pretty hard. The Free Company Militia are shooting. Silver Bullets are getting good shots. The Nurgle Lord has been running off the battlefield. And, yeah, like, aside from that, Harrison was playing okay. Like, I like his build. I thought his build was very good. He needs Children of Nurgle and just to spam cheap spells. So you just, like, sit in the trees and spam your cheap spells and then heal your entire army and grind the Empire out. And that way you can win it, for sure. But he's going to need to resummon his Nurgle Sorcerer right now because that's just such a huge leadership penalty. His demons are going to be crumbling more. And it's not necessarily important to dive the silver bullets. If you're not giving them any big targets, just pushing with infantry is enough to win you the game, right? But Knights of the Black Rose and Empire Knights are in. The middle objective does go to the Plague God. Like, this is actually going very well for Harrison. Again, if he just didn't have that huge blunder in the beginning, like, this would be... I'd be like, oh, he's looking all right. He's got a triple cap. He's got the Empire stuffed a little bit. He can play the objectives. But yeah, here he is just paying the price. He is paying the price. Reginald Puggington saying Luminarch actually seems bad here. It's not necessarily bad. It does give you another couple nets, but yeah, you could just camp in the trees and cast spells from there. But another net going down on the Furies. Side objective is owned by Nurgle. Middle objective owned by the Plague Father. And it looks like Harrison is saving up to resummon his Lord right now because, you know, not using any of your magic is just 2 Bronze Odia. Nurgle's down. They don't have any healing, so this is a true value lead. The Empire is doing a lot of damage. Blasting the Pestigors with their firepower, silver bullets, shooting into whatever they can over here. It looks like the advancing Marauders. Pestigors are chilling out of the back point, and now we get the Nurgle Sorcerer back. He's back. He didn't hear no bell. All right. Yeah, everybody's firing. It's pretty epic to see these huge gun lines. Grenade launcher shooting away. Outer Region getting quite a bit of work done, and is it going to get there? We do see the grenades and the net coming down on the Marauders. They're going to start getting pounded. More Furies going to be chasing back. As far as the objectives go, I mean, Nurgle still owns it. And this is just a testament to how good Harrison's build was, but just how blunderous the beginning. Like, if this Lord was alive right now, or if he didn't die earlier is what I meant to say, the value would be pretty even. It would be probably, what, he costs like, I don't know, like 15, 1600, so minus that, it would be a damn close game. And with the healing taken into account from some of the spells and the magic, like, I would say Nurgle would be winning this game, but that, I think that's going to cost them there. Great Weapons are cleaving, and because instead of like summoning in more reinforcements, he had to resummon his Lord. Otherwise, Nurgle could have had like way more infantry up on the points and could be tar pitting. Outer Region blasting away against the Chaos Furies, and we do see the victory tickets going up very, very quickly. He's going to be at 500 points here in a minute. On the backside, Pestigors are going to be holding this one, and we do see the Pestigors fighting here against Knights of the Black Rose. Actually, not a bad fight for the Pesties. They do have really, really good, armor piercing. So if enough of them are beating on these Knights of the Black Rose, they will be able to drag them down. But the Knights do have an insane melee defense in the 50s, so that makes them a very, very stalwart piece. So the middle point is starting to flip, and this is, like I said, where Nurgle, if they had been able to bring in more infantry and maybe some Battletoads or something, but probably just infantry, they would have been able to hold this. But now it's going to be a very, very hard fight. Back objective, we're getting Nurglings being sent to that. I do like that. Plague Bearers can also be decent in this matchup too, just like big HP sponges, especially if you're spamming Children of Nurgle. Finals are best of 1 in SFT. Best of 1, correct. But a lot of firepower is moving up. The Sons of Sigmar are on the return. And now the Pestigors and the Marauders are trying to hold valiantly, but on the outside, we see the Knights of the Black Rose running over these Pesties. And there's a chance that they might just move towards Objective 3 and just take that. And yeah, just move some Free Company Militia over there. So the Free Company have gotten their orders, and they're going to be charging to the back objective. It's so cool. I love these units. Free Company Militia are so badass. Look at these guys. Just like shooting down some of these foul heretics as they charge for the objective. Oh, so cool. But here comes the Knights of the Black Rose on the back point. Nurgle is in danger of losing the middle objective. And somehow, the Nurgle Sorcerer has been Luminarched again. So the Luminarch was able to get its clutches on him, and he has been forced back into the trees. And that feels pretty bad. Grenade launchers clearing this off. Outer Region very much in control of this game. I think that he's going to get a triple cap here pretty soon. and I don't know what Nurgle's going to be able to do about it. Nurglings can do nothing against Knights of the Black Rose. Like, that is a hard counter situation. So those bad boys are going to be charging back in there and running down these Nurglings. So let's give you a cinematic shot of the popcorn boys being popped, although I think Outer Region Micro might be focused elsewhere. So maybe the Nurglings are going to get a charge. I don't know. No, they're just going to chill. A couple Furies going after Free Company. Should be an okay fight. In the middle, we do see the Sons of Sigmar grabbing this one. 800 points here for Harrison, but he is rapidly losing this game. The Nurgle Sorcerer in the tree, I mean, that was just too much to lose in the beginning. You can't afford to lose him. Miasma Pestilence is okay, but why did he not bring Children of Nurgle? He did bring Children of Nurgle. Okay, I'm an idiot. So he did bring it. I was going to say, that's like the staple of this type of strategy. Luminarch shot, shooting into the Pestigores there, gets a little bit of work done. The Sorcerer trying to fight it out. In the middle, Nurglings do arrive. And on the back objective, the Knights of the Black Rose, as well as the Free Company Militia, going to make very quick work of the Nurglings. They're certainly taking those little gremlins down. As they form ranks and fire their pistols here, we do see them start to crumble. That's GG. There's no way. The Empire has absolutely cleaned up Nurgle. Nurgle would have had a chance of winning if they didn't lose their cast early and kept that press going. But yeah, with that being the case, I think even spamming Chaos Warriors out, like instead of Furies, maybe just go like Chaos Warrior heavy. Although you need Furies to keep grenade launchers honest, so I think you have to bring some of those. But yeah, he paid the troll toll here. On the backside, we do see the Sorcerer being chased into the trees. The Empire will have all the objectives very soon. We do have, it is triple cap. You know, Nurgle can hold on to the back objective somehow. It does become a triple cap situation. I don't think they're going to be able to do that, though. The Sons of Sigmar are going to move up with the wrath of the old world, that's for sure. Fury's being shot here. A little crossfire from the Sterling's Revenge is going to be melting those guys. The Nurgle Sorcerer hiding in the trees. And like I said, it is going to be a triple cap situation, I believe. It's going to be very close, but it will be one. Can Nurgle hold on to the back point? I don't think so. We do see some Pestigores arriving into the back of these units. Nurglings trying to charp it. Knights of the Black Rose. Haven't really killed any models. Now, I guess you just send everything to Objective 3 and maybe keep your Nurgle Sorcerer back here to like threaten this. Although, I don't know. You loop him out here. Luminarch is still pretty healthy on ammunition. It's keeping its eyes on him. About 2,000 value on that Luminarch right there. And, yeah, we do have the old Nurglings trying to get there. Empire Knights run them over. More grenade launchers on the way in. Pretty much going to hard counter these little rats. And in the middle, we got Marauders moving up, but what are they going to do? I mean, they're just going to get grenade launchered. Outer Region has such dominance on the battlefield right now that there's not going to be a whole lot of options here. Curse of the Slug going down, kind of cute. We'll slow those guys down, but the grenades are going to be shooting into these foul heretics as they flee. Massive explosive damage. Grenades are really good at killing pretty much anything, honestly. Not SEs, of course, but any infantry unit, even if it's armored, they can do some good work just by it not saying armor piercing. And that's it. The Sons of Sigmar are victorious. Right on, man. The Huntsman, he got it done. GG well played to those two players. The Troll Toll was paid, and the Luminarch feasted and won that game. A nice attempt, though. This is a good idea, though. Against, like, an Empire sniping build, he had the right idea. Just needed a little bit cleaner execution. Also, I don't know how I feel about Plague Toads. I don't think you need them in this matchup, so probably cut Plague Toads and Plague Ogres. They're terrible. And just get, yeah, no Marauder Horseman is also a big issue, I think. So I would cut the Toads. Chaos Knight's fine. You cut the Plague Ogres, you get a couple more Chaos Warriors just to swarm and be durable as your secondary wave, and then you maybe just get some Throwing Axes. Throwing Axes are pretty good against Empire. Yeah, they get it done. All right, the Sons of Sigmar have emerged victorious today. If you guys enjoyed today's tournament, please do drop a like on the way out. I greatly appreciate it. It helps keep this old engine going. And that is going to be it for today. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to stream tomorrow. We'll have to see. May your unwashed masses revel in victory. Oh, you're talking about Nurgle, I see. Yes, of course. But that is it. Take care of yourselves. Adios, Dovi Zenya. Thanks to the couple of you guys who donated today. Makes a big difference once again. And as always, thank you to our glorious channel members and to all of you. That's it. See you guys around. Sigmar bless his ravaged body. And we will see you guys on the other side. GG.